continues to pick up where he left off.
Mike initiated the offense that time. Io was in the right side corner, came off the pin down that time and knocked down the three.
Murray out right wing to Cam Johnson. Extra pass, Brown in the corner. Catch and shoot three, no. Randall rips down the rebound. Julius grab and go up the center of the floor. Sees body, zips it inside. A fastball way too fast. And offline to Rudy Gobert. Off his hands, out of bounds.
Too hard, too high. Impossible to catch.
Wolves already with 4 turnovers in this game. They're averaging just 12 turnovers a game. They've done a really good job. Now, Denver doesn't normally force a lot of turnovers, but the Wolves have done a good job taking care of the basketball. But 4 turnovers here in the opening 5 minutes of this game. Murray inside to Jokic, turns, floats it up, and hits it over Rudy Gobert.
They rolled Jokic down off that diagonal up screen by Christian Brown. Just knocked off Gobert enough for him to get an easy little shot off the left box.
Denver's hit 7 of 11 shots to start the game. Here's Io, right wing, dribbles into traffic, throws it back up top, picked off by Jamal Murray. Murray against Conley, into the paint, and Conley knocked it free. It's off the leg of Murray, out of bounds.
Really good hustle by Mike to get on his horse that time as Io kind of threw it away. Was it really kind of trying to throw it to Rudy on the roll, but it got kind of deflected. Mike got on his horse, though, and beat all the way down the court, made it go off Jamal Murray's leg.
He just put pressure on Murray, but not enough for the whistle to come. And Murray just lost the dribble right off his leg, out of bounds. TJ Shannon fakes left, comes right, gets to the cup, lay in good. TJ Shannon on the board, and the Wolves are within 3, 16-13.
Rejected the screen that time, went back to his right, and finished with the left.
Christian Brown, high post, Jokic, straddling the three-point line. Now to Murray, right side against Conley. Likes the matchup towards the baseline. Muscles down to the block, turns on the mid-post fadeaway and hits. Jamal Murray's 3 of 4 shooting. He's got 8 points.
He's got 3 30-point games in this series so far, leading them in scoring just over 26 a game.
But he has not done so efficiently, shooting 37% from the field, 27% from deep. Randall cross court, Shannon catch and shoot 3. Missed that one long, it's an air ball. Jokic has got it, Nuggets have numbers, they push. Murray out to Cam Johnson, takes a run into the paint, dropping it for Spencer Jones. His shot rejected, but a whistle and a foul. It'll go against Io Dusumu inside. Spencer Jones to the free throw line for 2 shots. Timberwolves basketball here in Game 5, brought to you in part by U.S. Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Timberwolves, and by Sezzle. You know, Jim, a 4-point play in the NBA, that's hard. But splitting your next Wolves purchase into 4 interest-free installments with Sezzle, that's easy.
Easy to do.
Download the Sezzle app today. Terms and conditions apply. Sezzle, the official jersey patch sponsor of your favorite basketball team. There is an exception to that rule, however. Game 1, when Denver had 3 4-point plays in a 4-possession sequence.
Yeah.
And what did we say? A minute and
change, 37 or whatever it was.
52. Anyway, we
it
did
was
determine
fast and
that
easy.
It was 3 4-point plays in a quarter has not been done, going back to the play-by-play era, which started in 96-97. Had not been done in any regular season or postseason game in the league's history. That's a lot of games.
Yeah.
20-13. 1 out of 2 for Spencer Jones. No, he hit them both. 7-point Denver lead. Nuggets zone up here. Here's Naz Reid into the game against Spencer Jones to the baseline. Jones ripped it away. Saves it up top, but Bones Highland has it. He drives, kicks to the corner. TJ Shannon. TJ now to the angle. Bones back, filling up the corner. Puts it on the deck, drives into the paint, and kind of lost it, but it comes out to the corner. Naz, an air ball on the 3. There's Jokic up the center of the floor, up by 7 with possession. Denver now shooting 67% here to start the game. Murray to the elbow. He's got Gobert on him. Bounce it back inside to Jokic. Just turns, runs it up on Naz Reid. Hits the shot. Got the foul. 3-point opportunity. And Denver's got their largest advantage of the game. 22-13. And Jokic coming up with a free throw.
Naz took Joker on the switch that time, and he went right to the top of that restricted area in front of the rim, and Naz was behind him, and that's an impossible task. He's too big. If you're behind him at that deep in the painted area, he's going to bend you to his will.
Free throw is good, and the Wolves are now down by double digits, 23-13. Bones Highland works to the left side of the floor, and Cam Johnson draws the whistle. The shot comes short off the rim. Tyler Ford will say not in the act of shooting, so sideline out of bounds for Minnesota.
first personal foul on the Denver Nuggets here in the first quarter.
And they've been able to turn the Wolves over 6 times so far. And only 1 foul. Hardaway Jr. into the game as well with Cam Johnson, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and the aforementioned Bruce Brown. Here's TJ Shannon, right corner, front of the Nuggets bench. Drives, just lost it right out of bounds. 7 turnovers on the Wolves here in the opening quarter. They kind of need to find their footing just so this doesn't balloon to a 15 or 20-point deficit.
TJ pressing a little bit here. It looks like just
Bruce
lost
Brown
that out of bounds.
Circles off the Jokic screen. Brown now bounces it back to Jokic. Turns, puts it up over Nas. Shot no, and Rudy had the rebound, then got it stripped by Ayo Dosunmu. Highland pressured by Bruce Brown. Ayo Dosunmu in the series averaging 23 points a game. Puts on the deck, off for Rudy's screen. Ayo looking to attack, in the lane, pushes it up with the right hand, off the back iron, it rattles around, it wouldn't drop. Jokic cleans up the mess, he's got it. Now Murray, 4 minutes to go, opening quarter. Against Ayo Dosunmu, now circles up top over the Jokic screen, pops on the 3, it's short, rebound comes right back to him. He gets knocked down, Ayo comes away with a loose ball. Ayo on the push up the center of the floor, now to Nas, left side. Thought about a 3, spins inside, puts it up off glass, too strong, rebound loose, Rudy Gobert's got it. Rudy kick out, his pass deflected, but TJ Shannon's got it. Now Bones Highland. Try to spin away from Tim Hardaway Jr. Gets called for the hand check. 23-13. Wolves are shooting just 42%, while Denver's up to 60%. David Adelman going to his bench here. Julian Strother will see some minutes for just the second time in this series.
Jamal Murray sits down with 3:34 to go in the quarter. He'll come back when on the non-Jokic minutes at the end of the quarter.
Highland pops on the 3 and strokes it. A left angle triple for Bones Highland. That was much needed. First points for the Wolves in just about 3 minutes. Jokic wing right, here is Strother, guarded by TJ Shannon. Jokic gets it back. At the angle against Gobert. Hand off to Johnson. Cam fires away on a 3 and drops that one in. 26-16. Denver leads by 10. 3 to go here in the opening quarter. Highland quickly up into the front court. Left wing against Cam Johnson. Crossover to the elbow. Drops it back out. Ayo straight away on the 3. Rattles it in. 2 for 2 from distance for Ayo Dosunmu. Jim, he is now 11 for 19 in this series from beyond the arc.
He's really been on a hot streak as well. 5 for 5 last ball game.
Ooh, Hardaway got free inside. Jokic spots him, drops it in there nicely, and Hardaway with his easiest bucket of the series.
Bones got screened off that time, excuse me, and TJ did not help out.
Nas sets up Bones, a deep 3 left side. That's off the back iron. Rudy got the rebound, but he's going to be called for a loose ball foul.
Got to get back.
Jokic tries to play quickly here. He knocks it away from Rudy Gobert. Tim Hardaway Jr. is down. There's going to be a timeout. The under 3-minute break comes with 2:25 left to go in the first quarter. Denver leads Minnesota 28-19 here in Game 5. The Wolves are up 3-1 in this best-of-7 series. You're listening to Minnesota Timberwolves basketball.
It's playoff basketball. You got to do a little bit of everything.
The intensity levels are at an all-time high. These are the NBA playoffs. Every team looking to make a run.
This is incredible.
Every player looking to make history.
Give me all you got. Let's go.
So tune in, because this is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what we want.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google continue on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
No matter how you drive it, there's a Ford for you. On the work site or out in the town, F-Series trucks provide power and toughness when you need it most. It's what makes them the best-selling trucks in America for 49 years. When adventure calls, the Bronco family always answers. That's because they're made for the great outdoors. With a flexible interior, the Ford Explorer adapts towards your needs. Visit your local Northland Ford dealers to find the perfect Ford for you. Plus, a great offer to go along with it. Based on 1977 to 2025 CY industry reported total sales.
Cal Soderquist with a scoreboard update from our NBA Tonight studios. 2 other matchups unfolding earlier this evening. One of them has gone final. Game 4 between the Magic and Pistons in Orlando. And the Magic prevailed. Desmond Bain had himself a big game, 22 points. Paolo Banchero had 18 points and 8 boards. And the Magic keep the Pistons at arm's length for a 94-88 victory. They now have a 3-1 lead in that series. Look out, top-seeded Detroit. Their backs are now against the wall. And we're into the third quarter in Phoenix, where the Thunder hoping to secure a sweep of the 8th-seeded Phoenix Suns. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander making sure to close the first half with a flurry.
Shai down the lane. Shovel feeds to Mitchell, driving with 5 to shoot. Spinning on Gillespie. Gives it up left wing to Shai, sets his feet for a 3. This online, count it! Chichinga Thunder money ball! Gilgeous-Alexander rises and rips the cords. 2:10 left in the half. Thunder by 8. 75-67 going to the locker room.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander averaging 31 in this series. He's up to 22 points. That triple part of a 27-12 run to close the first half. We're now halfway through the third quarter. Thunder with an 11-point cushion. Let's get you back to Denver. Alan Horton and Jim Peterson.
All right, Cal, thank you. 2:25 left to go in the opening quarter. Denver's off to a terrific start. They're up 28-19. This is the kind of start David Adelman was hoping for. After the Game 4 loss at Target Center, he was asked about what happened to the competitiveness of your guys. And he asked the reporter, you don't think we were competitive? The guy's like, no, I don't think you were competitive the last 3 games, which have been decidedly one-sided, which they would have to be close to be competitive. Anyway, here's what Adelman had to say about the Game 4 setback.
I thought our guys played their ass off throughout that first half. I thought they maintained a physicality about them. You give those guys credit. I mean, 2 guys off the bench had 60 points combined. I don't think that's from competitive spirit issues. That's 2 guys having a great night and us having a really tough second half offensively. The 9 turnovers for 13 points at 24%. That's not a competitive thing. That's just having a really tough second half offensively with a chance to break the game open in the third quarter. That's how I saw it.
David Adelman has had a lot of curious comments and quotes in this series. You just add that to the list.
Yeah.
They didn't look, Jim, to me, to be competitive these last couple of games.
He's just trying to reframe the narrative of the game. I had more of a problem with him in Game 3 when he pulled the plug with 4 minutes to go, down 17. I mean, you're a 7-0 run away. How often do we see a 7-0 run? It can happen in 45 seconds. You get a 3, you get a couple 2s, you get some stops, and all of a sudden it's a 10-point game. And he pulled the plug. He pulled his starters out with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. I really had a problem. And I don't know. I don't think he got enough flack for that, too, because I was looking for some criticism of that decision-making. I don't think I've ever seen that in a playoff game, a coach pulling starters down double digits with 4 minutes to go. That's an eternity in the NBA.
And it didn't seem like there was a lot of criticism out
There
there.
was
I looked
not.
for that as well. Jokic at the free throw line splits a pair. Wolves are down by 10. They have possession. Conley off the Gobert screen. Hits the floater, but they're going to wave that shot off because Gobert set the screen, and then there was a foul on Julian Strawther.
Correct.
And it'll be sideline out of bounds for Minnesota. So 3 fouls now on the Nuggets. The Wolves are already in the penalty. Kyle Anderson is in the game. Hands off to Naz Reid. Right side now to Highland off the Gobert screen. Penetrates to the baseline. Doubled. Falling down. Saves it to Naz Reid, but Naz was falling out of bounds. Saves it to Bruce Brown. 3-on-1 Nuggets advantage. Left wing 3. No good by Cam Johnson.
Boy, they are putting a lot of pressure on Minnesota on the perimeter. Anybody, the Bones Highland, I would assume they are seeing 2, and Nikola Jokic has been up in coverage, putting pressure.
There's Mike spinning away from Strawther. Floats it up down the lane and hits it. I think Mike feels like he can take Strawther, who's in his 3rd year out of Gonzaga and has struggled to find consistent playing time this year. 29-21, down by 8. Cam Johnson off the Jokic screen. Back to the Joker. His jump hook comes up short. Rudy Gobert, another rebound. Here's Bones on the push. He got bumped by Bruce Brown, who went for the steal, didn't get it. Big collision. And that's the 4th team foul now on Denver with 1:20 to go in the quarter.
Well, the good thing for Minnesota is that they've turned it over 8 times here in the first quarter, and Denver's only capitalized twice. They've got 4 points off 8 turnovers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an 8-point game right now with 1:20 here. Minnesota has possession. Just keep on possession by possession, chipping away here.
Yep. Get this to a manageable number. Maybe a possession or 2 by the end of the quarter. Naz in the corner, wide open 3, buries it. Oh, Naz Reid, who's battling through that right shoulder injury, cashes in on that one. And just like that, it's a 5-point game. Wolves have knocked down 6 threes early on. Hardaway looking to answer. He does with a right wing triple. 32-24, back to an 8-point Denver lead. Conley off the Gobert screen. He's being held by Strother. Down the lane, Conley runs it up and got it to drop again. 32-26. Mike Conley 2 for 2. He's got 4 points, couple of dimes. Jokic directs traffic up top. Sets up Bruce Brown. Tried to give it right back. It's knocked away. It does come right back to Brown. The possession is saved momentarily. 8 to shoot. Jokic fires on a 3. No, that shot has not been there all series long. 5 for 28 on his threes. Anderson stakes his way inside to the baseline, lobs it to Rudy. There was traffic in there, knocked away. Jokic controls up ahead. Brown to the cup. The lay-in good over Naz Reid. Oh, and then Bruce Brown has some words for Naz. Well, the Nuggets have said some things in this series, but they haven't been able to back up their play. Not like the Wolves and what Jaden McDaniels has done on and off the floor to this Denver team. Bones, hash mark 3 left side. My goodness. Bones with the range. 34-29. It's a 5-point game.
4 seconds to go here in the quarter. Got to match up here and get a stop.
Jokic is going to inbound. Well, they started to get Murray to the scorer's table, but now they're not going to. And they're going to have Strother inbound. Jokic is just standing. They give it to him. He takes a couple of dribbles, gets to midcourt, bounces it off to Hardaway. Right side 3 on the way. Air ball. That was way too easy coming up the floor.
Sure was.
34-29. Wolves trailed by as many as 10 in that opening quarter. Felt like the Denver lead was larger, but now it's down to 5. Very manageable as we head to the second quarter next year in Game 5. Nuggets 34, Timberwolves 29. You're listening to the Minnesota Timberwolves Radio Network.
And we are joined now with Dr. Derek Ebner, gastroenterologist at Mayo Clinic Comprehensive Cancer Center. And here's this number, 152,810. That's how many people are estimated to be diagnosed with colorectal cancer in 2024, according to the American Cancer Society.
Yes, historically, each year that number decreases by around 1% for older adults, while individuals younger than 50 years old, commonly referred to as early onset, is rising by about 1 to 2% each year.
Wow, increasing, you said. Really? Why do you believe that is?
There are many risk factors that can lead to this increase. Some of these factors are beyond your control, such as genetics. Other risk factors are modifiable and can come from the environment. Research is still being done to identify exactly what those are, but there is some suggestion that decreased physical activity, alcohol consumption, and eating ultra-processed foods may be contributing. Unfortunately, early onset colorectal cancer has shown an increase in mortality over the past decade and differs from colorectal cancer found in older populations. The most important thing that individuals under 50 can do to help take control of their health is to educate themselves on early onset disease by learning about colorectal cancer screening, incorporating a healthy lifestyle, and seeing their primary care provider regularly.
Well, we thank you, Dr. Ebner, so much for your time and for highlighting the importance of being proactive with our health. For more information on Dr. Ebner and the incredible work that is being done at Mayo Clinic Comprehensive Cancer Center, visit mayoclinic.org/possible.
What's the difference between banks and a credit union like Wings? One word: ownership. Banks are owned by shareholders, so profits go to shareholders. At Wings, you own it, literally. So profits are reinvested in your financial experience in the form of member-exclusive rates, robust digital services, and locations throughout Minnesota. No one likes switching, but it's time to stop missing out on the benefits of financial ownership. Visit wingcu.com/own it. Insured by NCUA. Membership required.
76ers, Jason Tatum had some great words of encouragement and thoughts about Dante DiVincenzo and his torn Achilles, the same injury that Tatum went through a year ago. And Dante is kind of following the same pattern, going to the same doctor, the same clinic, and getting an early surgery just like Jason Tatum did, using him kind of as a template for how to come back from that injury. I asked Chris Finch about those comments.
I thought it was a class act by Jason. I thought of the kind and compassionate words. Dante had heard them too, and I'm sure that they will connect. And I think a large part of recovery rehab is confidence. and understanding the steps that you have to go through and understanding the frustrations that are going to be there. And when you have somebody, and he's now a beacon of what's possible, what he's done is incredible, getting back so fast. And of course the surgeons and all the rehab people that are involved, have all played their part too.
Yeah, Jason Tatum, great words of encouragement for Dante DiVincenzo. Nuggets will start the second quarter, the non-Jokic minutes, with Jonas Valanciunas back on the floor, and also Tyus Jones is on the floor. And we have a whistle, legal screen right off the bat in the first Nuggets possession. So the Wolves will get it here, and they'll try to make up some ground with Jokic off the floor. Jokic 8 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds to start this game. Julius Randle, quick move on Spencer Jones inside. Good pump fake, draws a foul. He'll shoot 2. As the Wolves try to capitalize on these minutes. David Adam was asked before the game if this was a game where he just throws, any kind of options out there. It's now or never if he's going to tweak his rotations, and clearly he's tweaking his rotations. We've already seen Julian Strawther, and now Valanciunas, who hasn't played in 2 games, and Tyus Jones.
Yeah, and no, Aaron Gordon, which impacts some of that. I think that the experience that Jonas Valanciunas has can come in handy here. He's not been effective yet, but he's been good for this Denver Nuggets team this year. And the non-Jokic minutes have been some of the best in the past 4 or 5 years for the Denver Nuggets team. They've been more efficient this year than they have in years past.
Good, not great, but better, you're right, than where they've been.
The net rating is significantly lower than it's been.
2 free throws good for Julius Randle. Wolves are within 3 here. Tyus Jones manning the point with Jamal Murray, Jonas Valanciunas, Spencer Jones, and Bruce Brown. Valanciunas. He gets the elbow up on Randle. That's an obvious offensive foul. I don't know how long David Allen's going to ride with Valanciunas, but 2 possessions, and they've got 2 turnovers.
Well, and Julius Randle is strong enough to be able to withstand the strength of Jonas Valanciunas.
Wolves left to right here. Nas has it, wing left. They get it to Randle against Spencer Jones. Spins to the baseline, sees a couple of bodies, spots Kyle inside, who steps through, puts up the shot, head hits it. His first field goal of the series. Kyle Anderson has brought the Wolves to within 1. Kyle has not scored a single point in this series to this point, but he's played in all 4 games, and he's a plus 11 in his 21 minutes. You want to talk about affecting the game in a small way without scoring? He's been able to do that.
Takes on Jamal Murray in the paint that time to get that hoop to go. Ayo just picks up his second personal foul for no reason. Out on the floor, just defending, got a little overzealous and picked up a foul.
Spencer Jones, right side 3, clangs it off the back iron. The Nuggets have not scored in the non-Jokic minutes in 3 possessions. Jaden McDaniels back on the floor, steps through, kicks out. Here's Kyle Anderson. K.A. to Randle. Right elbow, back to Kyle. Out to the corner, Ayo extra pass. Jaden fumbled it, and Tyus Jones comes away with it. Tyus on a run to the rim, gets it to go.
Jaden did a good job of at least not trying to track Tyus Jones down and block his shot at the rim and potentially get a foul.
Awful turnover on the Wolves, and now an illegal screen on Julius Randle. That's how quickly things can flip. The Wolves were hunting for the lead there. They got a great possession. The ball movement was inside and out, and Jaden just fumbled that pass.
Yeah. Just an unforced error right there. Just thought some, simple ball movement around the horn.
11 turnovers here in the first half. Wolves are averaging 12 a game in this series. Tyus Jones the drive off to Spencer Jones. Reverse layup, he missed it, and then he fouled Julius Randle hunting for the rebound.
Boy, what a great time by Tyus Jones. He broke the defense down that time. I would assume it would have gone under the screen. Tyus had the angle on him. He found Spencer Jones, who had a layup. Really should have made that layup.
Absolutely.
What a turnaround there for them to miss that layup and then foul Julius Randle.
Nas for the tie on a 3. Missed it long off the back iron. Jamal Murray has the rebound.
Thought about the long pass down the court.
Bruce Brown was down there, but Murray decided to bring it up himself. Better safe than sorry. Spencer Jones off to Murray, back to Jones, inside Valanciunas. He spins, he's out of control, he traveled.
He's coming out of the game now.
It's been a nightmare for Jonas Valanciunas.
David Adelman looks at the end of his bench and goes, do I need to make a change? And they're going to hang with him right now.
Valanciunas, I think it was game 2 in that second quarter. He got a couple of minutes. It was a couple of disastrous possessions. He got yanked, and he hasn't been seen from since until now. Nas runner down the lane with that left hand, dropping it in. That's a difficult shot. Timberwolves climb to within one again, 36-35. Denver with possession and the lead. Tyus Jones off of Valanciunas' screen. Tyus will pop on the free throw line, extended jumper. It rims off. Nas Reed, the rebound, he threw it away. Looking out, let it to Randall, stolen by Bruce Brown. 12 turnovers here in the first half, and somehow the Wolves are still within one. Murray inside Valanciunas, tries to shuffle it back door, but on the pass, he got his arm whacked. A foul against Minnesota.
12 turnovers, at least half of them have been unforced.
And the non-Jokic minutes, they do put pressure on you to sort of maximize everything, right? You can't afford those turnovers in these minutes. The Wolves should be up here by 4 or 5,
yes,
I feel like.
There's no doubt.
Murray takes the inbound, dancing off the Bruce Brown screen. Hash mark, guarded by Kyle Anderson. K.A. defending Murray, baseline, rises, hits, 15-footer, good. 8:50 left to go here in the second quarter. It's 38-35. Randall around the screen, pops on a three. It's off the back iron. Kyle Anderson with a rebound. He up fakes the putback, sets up Julius, fumbled it, got it back, reverse layup. It hangs on the rim. It wouldn't drop, but Julius drew contact, and he'll go to the free throw line for two.
It's a pretty big lineup that Minnesota has on the floor, actually. It's about as big as you can get without Gobert on the floor for Minnesota. I mean, between Julius Randle, Naz Reid, and Kyle Anderson, you've got Jaden McDaniels out there at 6'10", and then Io has got great size as a point guard. So this should be a good rebounding team.
Randall hits the first free throw with 8:33 left to go before halftime. It's a 2-point game.
I mean, if you're David Adelman, you're just trying to weather the non-Jokic minutes here, and he's about 30 seconds from coming back into the game. 8:33 to go. He comes back about the 8-minute mark, so look for Jokic to get up here any second.
Randall hits the second free throw. He's got a game-high 12 points on 3 of 5 shooting. Efficient tonight. Tyus runs the pick and roll with Valanciunas. He puts it up off the glass after a nice bump against Julius Randle. Gave him the space to squeeze off that shot.
That might get him another 30 seconds on the floor.
I feel bad for him, man. He was a guy who wanted to go play overseas this year, but his contract didn't allow him to go over there without Denver's permission, and Denver wasn't going to let him do that because they traded for him with the intent of him being their backup to Nikola Jokic. Bruce Brown, left side, off a screen by Valanciunas. The jumper in the paint, no good. Rebound tapped out, and the Wolves control. Jaden McDaniels now with it on the move, right side, cutting back door to Kyle Anderson, thrown away. 13 turnovers here in the first half. Tyus to his left, Bruce Brown open. He'll fire on the three. That's going to be offline. And Valanciunas slams home the rebound. Wolves are trying to claim that ball was in the cylinder. It might have been, but there was no call, so there's no recourse. And the Wolves have already used their challenge. 42-37, Denver up by 5. Nas tried to move too quickly, lost control, falls to the floor, and still kicks it out to Randall up top. Julius holds. 8 to shoot. Kyle Anderson on the move toward the paint. Now to Nas in the corner. Drains a triple. Naz Reid knocks down his second 3 of the night. The Wolves are 8 of 16 from distance, and that's how they're staying in this game. Denver's just 3 of 12 from long range. Tyus Jones. Jamal Murray against Jaden McDaniels. They set up Valanciunas. He wants to go to work on Randall. He bumps. He knocks him over. He puts it up and hits it. Randall trying to draw another offensive foul against Valanciunas. Probably going back to the well too often there for Julius. I'm not saying he flopped, but there was contact. Backdoor lob, Kyle Anderson to Jaden McDaniels from the dunker's spot. David Adelman immediately calls a timeout. 44-42, 6:34 left to go in the first half. Guess what? Nikola Jokic comes back after this on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Bring the fun to family time with a visit to Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Start by making a splash and memories at the lagoon. Our indoor water park includes a lazy river, an activity pool, and more exciting features. Then hit the lanes at Island Extreme Bowl for some family-friendly competition before you head to our luxurious hotel for a relaxing night away. Book your stay now at ticasino.com. Treasure Island Resort and Casino. destination fun.
Looking for reliable heating and cooling solutions? At Hoffman Cooling and Heating, we keep your home comfortable all year round. With summer heat right around the corner, now's the perfect time for our $59 AC performance check, ensuring your system is running efficiently when you need it most. Have an emergency? Our expert technicians are on call 24/7, ready to assist Twin Cities residents. Call us today at 612-255-5883 or visit hoffmanheating.net. Hoffman Cooling and Heating. Your comfort is our priority.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Splash, 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 apply a little splash. When your windshield's getting dirty, just apply a little splash. When your windshield's full of grime, bugs, dirt, and snow, just use a little splash and be safe on the road. Splash, 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 apply a little splash. When your windshield's getting dirty, just apply a little splash. See safely on the road when you apply a little splash.
I asked Julius Randle about what's the deal with unwritten rules.
Yeah, I mean, I really wouldn't care either way. If it happened to us, it is what it is. Move on, get ready for the next game. I get it, but it is what it is. We won a game, they lost, move on, keep playing. Fighting at the end of the game, who cares? The game's over with at that point.
You going to get Jaden to help out a little bit? Or?
I'm not going to hold him to it. I got his back regardless, so it's cool.
So Julius Randle did pick up a $35,000 fine. Jokic got the $50,000 fine, but I'm glad there were no suspensions that would have affected tonight's game.
Yeah, there's no doubt. It didn't really warrant it. There weren't any punches thrown. There was just a lot of wrestling.
A little pushing, a little shoving, a lot of war of words. And he's got, Julius has picked up a penny or two through his playing days, so I think he's got the money to cover Jaden on this one.
If you don't want Jaden to shoot a layup, don't shoot the three that Jamal Murray shot with 10 points for him. Just dribble the clock out.
Bingo.
I mean, it would be as simple as that, David Adelman.
Now we've got an offensive foul right out of the timeout. Bruce Brown at the offensive end. Well, Denver has not helped themselves. They now have 5 turnovers in this game. And again, the Wolves' three-point shooting, 8 of 16, while Denver's 3 of 12. Wolves have been the better offensive team in this series. They've won 3 in a row. Io down the lane, floater off the rim, no. That would have tied the game. Right wing Jokic tried to force feed it inside, stolen by Rudy, but he reached out the left leg and gets called for a kick.
When Joker brings the ball up the floor like that, they're setting back screens on Rudy Gobert almost every single time. Bruce Brown set the back screen. That time, Rudy actually stayed with him and almost intercepted that pass.
Tyus Jones remains on the floor off the Jokic screen. Right of the lane, drops it back out. Jokic pops on a 3. Off front rim, no. He's 0 for 2 from distance tonight. And the drought continues from long range. Now 5 for 29 in the series. Bones moves it left side. Here's Julius Randle. Spins on Spencer Jones. Gets 1 foot in the paint. Now pump fakes. Rises up. Gets the shot block. Terrific defense. Jones may have taken some contact there.
I mean, these guys going to get back on defense or what? I mean, what's going on here?
Cam Johnson off to Bruce Brown. Now Tyus Jones will set up the offense. Now it's 5-on-5. 8 to shoot. Jokic against McDaniel. Spot Spencer Jones, left corner. 3 ball is good. Right in front of the Wolves bench. The 4th triple of the night for Denver. They lead by 5. Jaden McDaniels off the Gobert screen. Jaden runs it up mid-post. Tough shot. It popped out. Jokic the rebound. Got it knocked away as he comes up the floor. May have gotten away with a travel. Sets up Bruce Brown to the cup, and he'll finish with a right-handed flush. 49-42.
Minnesota's defensive transition has not been good here.
Bones Highland up top, Julius Randle. Now Rudy with a touch. Everything beyond the arc here. 10 to shoot. Here's Bones off the Rudy screen. Drives on Jokic. Got by him. Lost it out of bounds as Bones goes tumbling to the deck. Bones says he was tripped, but the Wolves do not have a challenge remaining, as he was making the signal for the bench to challenge it. That's a positive stint for Tyus Jones. How about that, Jim? I mean, you and I are the biggest Tyus Jones supporters. Yes. I'm surprised he didn't play a bigger role when he came in. He's played on his third team this year, but all this guy does is help you win games.
He's like Mike Conley.
Absolutely.
He's the last of a dying breed of classic point guards in this league.
Jokic with it, left side. He's matched up against Gobert. Free throw line, pounds the dribble, spins, floats it up, and hits it. 10 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, 7-0 Denver run. They lead by 9. Just over 4 to go here in the first half. Randall bumped, spots Rudy at the free throw line, takes one dribble, gets to the cup, missed the shot short. Jokic leading the break as he rumbles up the floor, off to Brown, down the lane, lost it out of bounds, and it's going to be Timberwolves basketball.
Boy, Minnesota's missed some shots here that they typically make. The IO floater has been money. Jaden McDaniels misses a shot, 8-10 feet away from the rim, which is one of his money shots, and then Rudy Gobert mishandles that basketball at the rim.
Mike Conley's back on the floor to settle things down at the offensive end.
Yeah.
Wolves have actually shot 50% when they're not turning it over. Conley sets up Randall inside, and he lays it over the cup for 2. Julius nearly lost control of that, but got it back. Wasn't able to flush it like he wanted, but got the 2 points. Here's Jokic to a cutting Spencer Jones inside. The layup is good. 53-44. Jokic jumps a pass on the wing, and it's out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves basketball.
Jamal Murray's going to come back. He's played 14 minutes here in the first half.
Rudy's got it up top. They'll dribble to the right side. Out to Bones, 13 on the shot clock. He'll use the Rudy screen into the paint. Low feed to Io in the corner. Back to Bones. He'll fire on the triple and hit. Bones Highland is 3 of 4 from long range. Timberwolves hanging around, down 2 possessions. That snaps the Denver 7-0 run. Murray with it up top, guarded by Conley. And tries to move on Mike, and a whistle and a foul.
It's going to be the 14th foul on Minnesota. It's going to be side out here for Denver. 13th foul, excuse me.
The Wolves have one more to give here over the final 3:06. Christian Brown back in. Off of Murray, uses that screen, pops on a deep 3. Rudy Gobert, the rebounds. Jamal Murray's been good in first half, shooting 46%. In second halves, 29% in this series. Highland backs it out against Spencer Jones. 2:45 to go in the quarter. Likes the matchup. Bones between the legs. Left-handed dribble, top of the key. Bounce it to Randall. Julius, 3 to shoot. Now with 2. Bangs with Brown. Gets in the paint. Runs up the shot. It's in and out at the buzzer. The rebound kept alive by Jaden. He dives for the 4. He's got it. What a play. Julius Randall with it in the lane. Out to Jaden. In the corner. Lines up the 3. He missed it. And the rebound to Spencer Jones. That would have been large. And more relief than anything from this crowd, because they know Jaden McDaniels has owned the Nuggets in this series, and now Christian Brown called for an offensive foul. And Chris Finch is hot about something. Thinks maybe there should have been a little something more in that. Was that a cheap shot by Brown on Jaden McDaniels?
It looked like one to me. It was a pretty hard back screen that time on Jaden.
Interesting. Timeout on the floor. 2:15 left to go in the first half. Nuggets by 6, 53-47. We'll step aside on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
As a business owner, you understand the importance of protecting your reputation, workplace, employees, and financial assets. Our team is ready to help yours by creating a custom lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management service to help you stay at the top of your game. Contact your local Federated representative for more information today. Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Rated A+ Superior by AM Best Company.
At Mayo Clinic, we're conquering the unconquerable. Using artificial intelligence and data, our experts can create a personalized gene roadmap just for you, customizing your cancer treatment, giving your body exactly what it needs to fight the disease. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic, because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Time for another scoreboard update. We are headed to the fourth quarter in Phoenix, where the Suns, trailing their best-of-7 first-round series with the top-seeded Thunder 3-0, are running out of time. Still 12 minutes left in the contest, but the Thunder enjoying a 10-point lead at the moment, 108-98. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander up to 26 points on the night. Again, still a final frame to play there in the desert. A final from earlier this evening in the Sunshine State. The Orlando Magic looking to take a 3-1 lead in their series with the 1-seeded Detroit Pistons. It would be a stunning blow for this top-seeded Pistons team to lose in the first round, and it's going to be that much tougher to climb back in this series as Desmond Bane and the Magic able to stay in front and keep the Pistons at arm's length in the final minutes of this one.
1:28 to go. Paulo with it up top. Flips it over to Dez. LeVert checking him. Wendell comes, sets the screen. Dez doesn't use it. Now he will. Rolls right. He's going to pull a three off the bounce. He banked it in! He banked it in! He called it. I heard it from up here. Woo! Kapaya! 92-86. Good guys. With a $1:16 to go. Timeout, Detroit.
Banks are open late in Orlando tonight. Bane and the Magic get a 94-88 victory. They now have a 3-1 lead over the top-seeded Pistons, just the 6th 8 seed in history to have a 3-1 lead in their first-round series. 4 of those last 5 teams have successfully advanced to the second round. Let's get you back to Ball Arena. Alan Horton and Jim Peterson.
All right, Cal, thank you very much. Tonight marks the 99th playoff game in Timberwolves franchise history. And the Wolves' hope number 100 is coming in a second-round matchup. They can accomplish that with a win tonight against the Denver Nuggets. This is also the 175th meeting all-time against Denver, regular season and postseason. Wolves have played the Nuggets more frequently than any other team in the NBA. Also, 47th game for Chris Finch coaching the Timberwolves in the postseason. That ties him with Flip Saunders for most games coached in Timberwolves playoff franchise history. Wolves out of the timeout. They've got the ball. Oh, we've got some effects. Conley off the Gobert screen. Down the lane. Splits 2. Out to McDaniels. Hesitates. Now drives baseline. Pulls up. Off glass. Count it. 53-49. It's a 4-point game with under 2 to go here in the first half. Wolves have turned it over 14 times here in the first half, and they're still within 4. Jokic inside. His pass knocked away by Mike Conley. Out of bounds. 13 to shoot.
Mike just never ceases to amaze the way that he's able to compete. He just is always game ready, always making little plays just like that.
Christian Brown takes the inbound, looks left, Cam Johnson with it, takes a run to the rim and got the layup. We've got a step on Bones Highland there, and Cam Johnson connects. He's been quiet in this series, averaging just 10 points, shooting 44%.
This is the best game he's played, though.
He's been a disaster from the three-point line against the Wolves now in this regular season and postseason. Of course, he only played 2 regular season games, but 5 for 25 from deep heading into tonight. Bones pulls up on a difficult 3, missed it long. Spencer Jones the rebound. Jokic, little point center coming up the floor, surveys the scene. Hands off to Cam Johnson, around the Jokic screen, drives in, runs it up off glass and hits. Oh, Cam Johnson, 2 more. He's got 11 on 5 of 7 shooting. Denver, plus 18 in the paint. The Wolves, over the first 4 games, were plus 18 per game in the paint against this Denver team. Now the Nuggets have flipped the script.
Yeah, between the painted area and the fast break points, Denver getting way more easy baskets than Minnesota has in this game. 10-0 advantage in fast break points.
Wolves have not been able to get Ayo Dosunmu going. He's got 4 points. Does have 3 assists, 2 of 5 shooting. He checks back in here for the final 50.3. Bones will sit.
He's been seeing a lot of Anthony Edwards type coverage here in this game.
He's getting a different treatment, I think, than the last couple of games. He's earned the attention of David Allen and the coaching staff. 15 to shoot, crossing the timeline. Murray off the Hardaway screen. Murray stops, still got McDaniels on him. Swings it right side, Hardaway drives, kicks back out. Here's Jokic, rumbles into the paint, floats it up with the right hand. It's short. Rebound tapped out by Jokic, but right to Mike Conley. Wolves are down by 8. They've got it here. Mike Conley with it just inside of midcourt. 5-second differential, game clock and shot clock. Now McDaniels with it, off the Gobert screen. Jaden hears the booze. He pulls up on a 15-footer and sticks it to this crowd. 57-51, thriving off the negativity. 6 points, couple of rebounds for Jaden after the early foul difficulty. Here's Cam Johnson, 5 seconds to go in the half. Against Ayodosumu, back out to Jokic, got a fire deep three straight away. Oh, he hit it with 0.4 of a second left to go in the first half. Three-quarter court heave by Ayo, no. And halftime comes and Denver's up by 9, 60-51. How good has Denver been at the end of halves? We got the Jamal Murray half-court heave. Was that in game 1? And then Jokic with a defender right on him, buries it from 35 feet out. Denver closes 69 to end the half. 60-51 at the break. Cal Soderquist anchors your halftime coverage next all across the Minnesota Timberwolves radio network.
Looking for reliable heating and cooling solutions? At Hoffman Cooling and Heating, we keep your home comfortable all year round. With summer heat right around the corner, now's the perfect time for our $59 AC performance check, ensuring your system is running efficiently when you need it most. Have an emergency? Our expert technicians are on call 24/7, ready to assist Twin Cities residents. Call us today at 612-255-5883 or visit hoffmanheating.net. Hoffman Cooling and Heating. Your comfort is our priority.
Howell Timberwolves fans, McDonald's and the Wolves are teaming up to bring you the tastiest season ever. When the Wolves hit 11 threes, you score free medium fries with any $2 purchase. Home or away, when the Wolves heat up from beyond the arc, McDonald's has your fries craving covered. Just download the McDonald's app and check it daily for game day deals. Wolves hit 11 threes, fries are free. Only in the McDonald's app. Offer valid one time for 2 days after the Timberwolves score 11 threes through 6/30/26 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax, must opt into rewards.
Wolves fans, this is playoff basketball. Every move matters, so why leave your fit to chance? And Trade Home Shoes, our in-store real fit experience, helps take the guesswork out of comfort. How? 3D foot scan, personalized fitting, expert advice just for you. With top brands like New Balance, Hoka, On, Birkenstock, Rival, and more. Trade Home Shoes' real fit experience makes all the difference when every game and every step matters. Trade Home Shoes. Enjoy life. Feet first.
Foul difficulty. Here's Cam Johnson, 5 seconds to go in the half. Against Ayodosumu, back out to Jokic, got a fire deep three straight away. Oh, he hit it with 0.4 of a second left to go in the first half. Three-quarter court heave by Ayo, no. And halftime comes and Denver's up by 9, 60-51.
The three-time MVP, Nikola Jokic, with an exclamation point to finish off a strong first 24 minutes from the Denver Nuggets with their backs against the wall in this Game 5. They finish that first half on a 16-9 burst and carry a 9-point advantage into the locker rooms at the intermission. It's 60-51, Denver with the first half lead. Welcome inside the halftime show. Cal Soderquist here with you. In just a moment, we'll get to a few more of the first half highlights as these two teams traded punches throughout these first 24 minutes, but it was Denver largely controlling. They led by as many as 10 in that first frame. The Timberwolves rallied to within 5 at the end of 1, got as close as 1 a couple different times in that second quarter, but again, Denver surging before that first half finished up, and they've got the 9-point cushion. Jokic, well on his way to another triple-double. 13 points, 10 dimes, 6 boards, and unlike the first 4 games of this series, it was a bit easier for him offensively in his 19 first-half minutes. He was 5 of 10 from the field. He knocked down a triple. His running mate, Jamal Murray, into double figures with 10, and Cam Johnson providing a spark. Really, both Cam Johnson and Spencer Jones combining for 20 first-half points on an efficient 8 of 12 from the field. That's a big reason why Denver's got the 9-point lead. Another big reason why, turnovers. We'll tell you more about that when we dive deeper into the first-half box score. And we'll get you set for third quarter action when Alan Horton and Jim Peterson chat with assistant coach Pablo Prigioni. Plus, we'll update you on the other 2 games from earlier this evening in the NBA postseason. Let's right now, though, get into those highlights after the emotional Game 4 victory that saw the Timberwolves overcome those devastating first-half injuries to both Anthony Edwards and Dante DiVincenzo. The Wolves capture an improbable victory. Ayo Dosunmu, of course, leading the way with the career-high 43. And Minnesota also capturing a commanding 3-1 lead in this series as it now shifts back to the Mile High City for a closeout opportunity in this Game 5 here tonight. Already without two of their usual starters, the Timberwolves dealt another blow just minutes into this one as Jaden McDaniels whistled for 2 quick fouls in the opening couple minutes, so he would be forced to sit the rest of that first frame, and Jamal Murray wasted little time taking advantage of that.
Murray pops off a Jokic screen on the 3 and drains it. So Jamal Murray knocks down the triple. He's only shooting 27% from beyond the arc. He's taking 9 a game. 14-8, Denver by 6.
Murray had 8 points on 3 of 5 shooting in that first quarter. Denver's offense as a whole certainly found their footing in that opening frame. 57% from the field, and they did a majority of the damage inside. 14-6 edge in terms of paint points. We mentioned Nikola Jokic getting into a rhythm early. He had 8 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds in that first quarter alone. Denver took full advantage of 9 Minnesota turnovers in that first quarter. I guess we shouldn't say full advantage technically because the Wolves able to live a bit dangerously. Only 6 Nuggets points off of Minnesota's 9 turnovers, but again, 9 miscues in that opening 12 minutes, certainly limiting what Minnesota could do offensively. Luckily, they negated some of that damage with hot shooting from distance early on, including this from Bones Highland.
Said some things in this series, but they haven't been able to back up their play, not like the Wolves and what Jaden McDaniels has done on and off the floor to this Denver team. Bones, hash mark 3 left side. My goodness, Bones with the range. 34-29. It's a 5-point game.
4 seconds to go here in the quarter. Got to match up here and get a stop.
The Wolves did just that. They got the stop, remained within 5 at the end of 1. Bones Highland with a pair of triples in his 5 first quarter minutes. So Minnesota certainly within striking distance and surviving those 9 first quarter turnovers. Nikola Jokic has 8 first quarter points, also accounted for 14 more with those 6 dimes. So 22 of Denver's 34 as a result of Nikola Jokic's offense. Minnesota climbing to within 1 just minutes into that second quarter, but Denver quickly steadying themselves and surging in front once again.
Jaden McDaniels off the Gobert screen. Jaden runs it up mid-post. Tough shot. It popped out. Jokic the rebound. Got it knocked away as he comes up the floor. May have gotten away with a travel. Sets up Bruce Brown to the cup and will finish with a right-handed flush. 49-42.
Minnesota's defensive transition has not been good here.
Yeah, that was part of a larger 7-0 Denver burst to go up as many as 9. Minnesota did rally as close as 2 a couple different times, but Denver again reestablishing 9 points worth of breathing room before the halftime horn sounded. It's a 60-51 lead for the home Nuggets. They've got 32 paint points. They're plus 18 in that category in the first half. They've got a 10-0 edge in transition. We really thought the Wolves would get out and run with no Ant, no Dante, but they have struggled to do so, at least through the first 2 quarters here tonight. And like we said, 14 turnovers for Minnesota. Luckily, Denver has been unable to take full advantage, just 14 points on those 14 Minnesota miscues compared to Minnesota's 12 points on Denver's 8 turnovers. So it, in a way, could be worse in terms of the turnover differential, but Minnesota surviving in that sense. The Wolves as a team shot exactly 50% from the field. They hit 9 of 19 from distance. That's a 47% mark. Denver flirts with 60% offensively, but did struggle from distance, just 5 of 16 from beyond the arc. Nikola Jokic led the Nuggets with his 13 points. We mentioned already a double-double with 10 assists, also 6 rebounds. Julius Randle got things going for Minnesota early, and he's still the only player in double figures, 14 points on 4 of 8 shooting. Our hot player of the half, will give that to Bones Highland, 9 points on 3 of 5 shooting, all 9 of those points from long range. But the Wolves are down 9. They've got work left to do. That hot player of the half, as always, brought to you by Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930. Visit them online at standardheating.com. When we return, Tell you about some other scores around the association here on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
It's playoff basketball. You got to do a little bit of everything.
The intensity levels are at an all-time high. These are the NBA playoffs. Every team looking to make a run.
This is incredible.
Every player looking to make history.
Give me all you got. Let's go.
So tune in because this is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what we want.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google continue on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Wolves fans, listen up. Pilot Games and your Minnesota Timberwolves just dropped the ultimate fan experience, the ETAB game, Let's Go Wolves. Play it right now at your local bar and chase massive prizes while you soak up every Wolves slam dunk and three-pointer.
What a win this is going to be.
Best part, every play powers local charities, so you're winning for the team and your community. So get out there, play, and show your Wolves pride. Brought to you by Pilot Games. Let's go Wolves.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
You're listening to the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Still at the intermission at Ball Arena in Denver, Timberwolves down 9. A 16-9 surge from the home Nuggets sees them with a 60-51 advantage after 2 quarters of action. Of course, no Dante DiVincenzo, no Anthony Edwards. In this one, Jaden McDaniels hit with early foul trouble, so he sat for a majority of the first quarter. Nikola Jokic, impressive both scoring. He's got a team-best 13 points, and how about 10 assists as well. Jokic accounting for 36 of Denver's 60 points in that first half, and the Timberwolves troubled with turnovers, 14 of them in that first half alone, accounting for 14 Denver points. Could be worse in that category, certainly, but those 14 turnovers already the most the Wolves have had in any game in this first-round series. Let's pause 10 quick seconds, get station identification for our stations across the network here on your home for Timberwolves basketball. Wolves down 9 after 2 quarters. We'll have third quarter action just around the corner. Alan and Jim chat with assistant coach Pablo Prigioni next on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
No matter how you drive it, there's a Ford for you. On the work site or out in the town, F-Series trucks provide power and toughness when you need it most. It's what makes them the best-selling trucks in America for 49 years. When adventure calls, the Bronco family always answers. That's because they're made for the great outdoors. With a flexible interior, the Ford Explorer adapts towards your needs. Visit your local Northland Ford dealers to find the perfect Ford for you. Plus, a great offer to go along with it. Based on 1977 to 2025 CY industry reported total sales.
You're listening to the Timberwolves Radio Network.
At the half here in Denver of Game 5, it's the Nuggets who lead the Timberwolves 60-51. The Wolves are up 3-1. Along with Jim Peterson, I'm Alan Horton. We're joined by assistant coach Pablo Prigioni courtside here. Pablo, let's start on the defensive end. Denver 58% shooting. They've already got 18 assists on 25 made field goals. What are you seeing defensively in that first half, and then what needs to change for half number 2?
Well, I think we got to be more physical. It looks like we were late in all this early action in the first quarter. We always late chasing guys, late in the low man, So we got to just go back and play the same defense we played the last few games.
I would assume we're just 2 of 5, and Minnesota's getting, out fast broke in this game, 10-0. How do you get some pace into the game, Pablo?
Yeah, we have 0 point in transition.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's a big point of emphasis, like just run this guy. Obviously, it's attached to we couldn't get many stops, and run. So hopefully we can get more stops and run more and, advance pass, see if we can get some layups.
Big number of turnovers in the first half, and a lot of them seem to be self-inflicted. What did you see there? Just fumbled passes and miscommunication between guys?
I think we fight in the offense too much. Just make the simple play, early, easy, let the ball move side to side, then drive it, and when you see a crowd, just find the open guys, see a kick out.
Anything you try to do to get Ayo going? He's obviously seeing more attention. Now he's in the starting lineup and filling Ant's role. But how to get him going?
I think he will be fine. It's just he got to make the right play. The play that hits in front of him, without forcing, but also be decisive if he get downhill.
Pablo, appreciate it. Good luck second half.
Thanks, Pablo. Thank you.
Pablo Prigioni, halftime. Denver's on top, 60-51. Fans, there's nothing like quite being like a Timberwolves member, whether you're in for 10 games, 20 games, or every single home game all season. You'll save big, get special access to playoff tickets, and catch every OMG moment from Anthony Edwards. Explore the membership experience at Timberwolves.com/memberships. Before we get set for the second half, we approach the 10 o'clock hour here. And Cal already gave you the ID, so we don't need to do that twice, Jim Pete. Okay, the FCC only makes it once an hour, not twice.
You don't get credit for it? You don't get
you
extra
can't bank
credit?
it. You're right, you should get extra credit. That would be crucial. All right, give me some keys to the second half. What do you want to see out of this Wolves team?
Well, they did a decent job rebounding. I mean, they've out-rebounded Denver in the first half. It's just, you got to take care of the basketball. It's what we were saying at the beginning of this game when Minnesota was turning it over so much. That just make the early easy pass. We hear Chris Finch talk about that all the time. And Minnesota is being pressured by this Denver Nuggets team, and they're just throwing the basketball away. So taking care of the rock would be one thing, and you got to get out and run. 10-0 fast break point disadvantage for Minnesota. They got to flip that one.
The Nuggets in the regular season were the worst transition defensive team in the NBA, gave up the highest offensive rating. So you've got to get out and run. The Wolves did a great job of that last couple of games, even off makes, pushing that inbound and pushing it up the floor.
Yeah, they have not done that in this game. They have not gotten the ball back inbounds quickly.
Jamal Murray gets the Nuggets rolling to begin the third. He puts them up 11 here, 62-51 with a runner from the right block. Murray's now up to 12 points. Wolves right to left in the association white uniforms with the midnight navy and lake blue trim. Conley the penetration. McDaniels now with it. Here's the booze. Drops it for Randall. Julius puts on the deck into the paint. Hesitates. Rises. Shot short. He grabs his own miss. Put back no, but a whistle and a foul. It will go against Christian Brown. And it'll send Randall to the free throw line where he's 4 for 4 here tonight. Well, David Adelman may have a point. That Nuggets bench was yelling that that's a travel because Randall put the shot up. It was an air ball, and he grabbed it, and nobody deflected it in between those two touches. Yeah. So it probably should have been. And Randall misses the first free throw. So the Wolves get outscored by 18 in the paint, 10 in fast break points, but their three-pointers, 9 of 19, 47%. Denver 5 of 16, 31%.
Pretty low free throwing for this series, too. I mean, it's 6 attempts for both teams here. Both teams 5 of 6 from the free throw line.
62-52. Christian Brown brings it up. Can't get the dribble handoff to Spencer Jones. Now Jokic with it. Jokic already with a double-double, and he's 4 rebounds away from a triple-double. Murray's run off the three-point line, pulls up on a 16-footer. It's off. Randall the rebound. Julius with a chance to push here. Cross court. Here's Ayo. Thought about the three. Instead drives on Cam Johnson. Runs it up high off the glass. Drops it in for 2. First 2 points of the second half for Ayo Dosunmu. Timberwolves within 8. Jokic left of the lane. Bangs away with Gobert. Right-handed dribble. Was really using the off arm. Couldn't get a shot off. Back out to Murray. Still 10 to shoot. Jokic sets the high screen. Murray uses that. Gets a step on McDaniels. Pops at the elbow. Jumper no good. Rebound. Conley tapped it up. Also deflected by Cam Johnson, but they said Conley was the last to touch. Denver ball.
Mike tried popping that up, and it looked like Christian Brown might have touched the basketball, but went off Mike last. Great little runner that time by Ayo Dosunmu. Thought about shooting the 3 in transition and attacked the basket.
Well, finally, the Wolves pushed the pace.
Yeah.
Christian Brown off to Jokic, mid-post right side, and Rudy got caught reaching in.
Jokic has spent a lot more time. We were looking for this earlier in this series. He spent a lot of time diving to the basket, scoring in the painted area. It's one of the reasons why they have this big disparity in the paint, 34-16. Jokic has been very good down there. Took Rudy just off the block that time, just inside the elbow, and drew the foul.
Off the back iron, no good on the first free throw. 62-54, 8-point game. Largest lead of the game has been 10. Check that, 11. 1 out of 2 for Jokic at the free throw line, 63-54. Mike Conley brings it up. Right side of the floor. Randall has it up top. He's got 15 points. Still leads all scorers in this game. Off to Mike. Turns the corner down the lane. Squeezed off the layup, but got pressure from behind by Jamal Murray. Missed the shot. Jokic the rebound. Hit ahead to Murray. Drives to the paint. Sets up Spencer Jones in the corner. Splash! 3-ball good in front of the Nuggets bench for Spencer Jones. In the starting lineup for Aaron Gordon. He's now got 12 points. Randall gets it knocked away. It's out of bounds, far sideline, and it'll be Timberwolves basketball. Spencer Jones has been active. Cam Johnson has been activated. That's made all the difference for Denver. Really, for the first time, I feel like in the series, Jim, they've got 4 of their 5 starters in double figures. They've got multiple guys as threats, whereas even the game 1 that they won, I feel like it was primarily Murray and Jokic.
I mean, Spencer Jones has been really good with no Aaron Gordon. He's got 12 points in the game. This has been the best game Cam Johnson's played so far.
Johnson knocks it away from McDaniels at midcourt off the Gobert screen. Here's Jaden on the run into the paint, runs up the shot, no good. Looks like he got bumped from behind. Jokic the rebound, hit ahead to Cam Johnson, takes a run into the paint, got away with a travel. Now to Brown underneath, out to Spencer Jones, just cashes in on another 3. Timeout Minnesota. 7-0 Denver run. They lead it by 15 points here with 9:30 left to go in the third quarter on the Minnesota Timberwolves Radio Network.
As a business owner, do you have a game plan in place to stay focused on safety and preventing claims? Let our team help support your business. Federated Insurance offers a customizable lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management services to help you continue your winning streak. At Federated Mutual Insurance Company, it's our business to protect yours. Rated A+ Superior by AM Best Company.
The trees are back, Wolves fans. Celebrate the return of one of the Timberwolves' most iconic looks with fresh gear.
Court, into the front court, and tracks it down. He's alone at the rim. Look out below. Elevate and detonate.
From the tree-trimmed collar jersey to fresh classic edition apparel and accessories, the Timberwolves team store, a Fanatics experience, has everything you need to rep the trees.
13-7 and Target Center is rocking and rolling.
Shop the new classic edition collection now at shop.timberwolves.com.
Bring the fun to family time with a visit to Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Start by making a splash and memories at the lagoon. Our indoor water park includes a lazy river, an activity pool, and more exciting features. Then hit the lanes at Island Extreme Bowl for some family-friendly competition before you head to our luxurious hotel for a relaxing night away. Book your stay now at ticasino.com. Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Destination fun.
Splash, splash, splash. Apply a little splash. When your windshield's getting dirty, just apply a little splash. When your windshield's full of grime, bugs, dirt, and snow, just use a little splash and be safe on the road. Splash, splash, splash. Apply a little splash. When your windshield's getting dirty, just apply a little splash. See safely on the road when you apply a little splash.
Last, David Adelman, DA, as it was known as in his 5 years as an assistant coach with the Timberwolves, under Rick Adelman for much of that, talked about Aaron Gordon's injury.
Yeah, I mean, I've known Aaron for a really long time, all the way back to Orlando. So this has been a crushing moment for him to have this happen 2 years in a row. Obviously he wasn't himself the other night and still gave us decent minutes in the first half. And then I thought his body, started to break down a little bit in the second half. But it's one of those injuries where he's been off, for a day and a half, and it does, with rest, it gives you an opportunity to possibly play. And I do think in this series especially, regardless of who's out for them, who's not out is Randall, Reed, Gobert.
David Adelman before the game. Aaron Gordon missing his second game in the last 3. Nuggets have gotten good performances from his fill-in, Spencer Jones, who was 3 of 4 from distance, 5 of 7 from the field overall. 15 points, and it's a 15-point lead.
I just figured out what Spencer Jones looks like when he shoots a 3.
Well, what do you got?
He looks like one of those car wash yellow inflatables when he shoots the basketball. His arms flail.
That is great. Ayo Dosunmu
Just
down
look
the lane.
that up.
Got it knocked away. Gets his own rebound or gets his own loose ball. Randall now off to McDaniels. 6 to shoot. The boos rain down. Conley baseline drive. Bounce pass. Rudy inside right through his hands. Cam Johnson comes away with it. He comes up the floor and gets fouled by Julius Randle.
Well, Julius Randle isn't going to twirl his finger because I think he knows that Minnesota does not have a challenge left, but it was a pretty clean play. I mean, he caught him in transition, just stripped the basketball, looked like it was clean. Cam Johnson was calling for a transition take foul.
He clearly doesn't know the rules of a transition take foul.
He went for the steal and didn't give up on the play.
So Denver has it left to right. They're still on a 7-0 run. Jokic. Ooh, Rudy got caught with his hand out. Jokic didn't take the shot. Now Murray gets physical with Gobert and is called for the offensive foul.
It's the second or third time that Jamal Murray has got a little extracurricular with his screening actions.
And now Jokic having a discussion with Tyler Ford under the basket. McDaniels kind of fouled him after the play. Mike Conley stepped in front.
Don't shoot the basketball. The foul had been called, Joker. He still rumbled his way to the basket, tried to lay it up, and Jaden blocks the shot, got all ball, but his hand did swipe down and catch him around the neck. That's what he had an issue with.
Yep. Jaden with it off the Gobert screen, drives in, got stripped, and went off of McDaniels. It's going to stay Minnesota basketball. I mean, Jokic is so flat-footed in the paint. I mean, that's all he can hope for is that swipe with either hand. And he gets McDaniels right on the hand there. Hand is part of the ball. Here's Ayo. Got Christian Brown on his hip. Into the paint. Runs into his own man, Gobert. Back out to McDaniels. 3 to shoot. Jaden's going to fire the 3. It's going to come up short. Jokic the rebound. Cross-court pass. Murray. Now to Brown. Threw it behind him. Brown regains control. Now out to Murray. Far sideline. 15 on the shot clock. 69-54. 15-point Denver lead, still on a 7-0 run. They're shooting 58% in this game. Left elbow, it's Murray banging away with Conley on a post-up, spins baseline, puts it up off glass, no. Tip followed by Brown, no. Wolves have numbers back the other way. Here's McDaniels around Gobert. And Chris Finch is, they're going to call the transition take foul. As Gobert went for this, Jokic went for the steal, but it wasn't even close to the ball.
No. Jaden was in transition. They were on a break because there were 2 Denver Nuggets down in the backcourt. So it was basically 4-on-3 and really more 4-on-2. And Jokic had to foul Jaden to prevent the layup.
Free throw silences the crowd for Jaden McDaniels.
He needed to see that shot go through. He shot the technical free throw and swished it. So Jaden has not been good from outside the arc, and he's had troubles coming into the game. He's 0 for 3 in this one as well.
0 for 3 from distance. Naz Reid runs it up with the left hand. That popped out. Jokic with another rebound. He's got the triple-double. 14, 10, and 11. Cam Johnson down the lane to Spencer Jones. Buries another 3.
It's been really good.
Well, Game 5 is turning into the Spencer Jones experience.
It really is.
He's got 18 points. Playing in just his 5th career postseason game. Wolves are down by 17, and this one is starting to slip away with 7.5 to go. Off a staggered screen, Dosunmu to his left, comes back circling around the Gobert screen. Right side to McDaniels at the hash mark. Trying to get it to Naz Reid against Jamal Murray. Jokic comes in the double, missed Randall inside. It comes outside to Ayo in the paint, runs it up with the right hand, no. Rebound tapped out, Cam Johnson with it. Johnson feeds it up ahead, Christian Brown to the bucket. The shot, no, but contact will send him to the free throw line for 2. Wolves are now 1 for 9 shooting here in the third quarter. We're down to 42.6% for the game. We touched on this earlier. But the last two teams to come back from a 3-1 series deficit, they were the same club. It was the Denver Nuggets. They did it in the bubble. In the first round, they came back from a 3-1 deficit to beat Rudy Gobert, Joe Ingles, Mike Conley in a 7-game series, down 3-1. Then the very next round got down 3-1 to the LA Clippers and came storming back.
And that was that for Doc Rivers in Los Angeles.
That's right. Who blew another 3-1 series lead. I believe he's got 3 of those on his resume. 12-1 run here, and the Wolves are down by 19. Here's Bones Highland up top to Naz Reid. Naz crosses over, drives in, puts it up with the right hand. The shot, no. Naz has got the rebound and puts it back up and in on the fall away. 74-57. Wolves need some stops. Denver's now shooting 57%. Cam Johnson bounced pass to Spencer Jones, well beyond the arc. Jokic up top, knocked away by Gobert, but it comes right back out to Jones. Jokic holds, 7 to shoot, off to Cam Johnson, lines up the 3, missed it long. The rebound comes right back to Johnson. Now Jokic with it, backdoor the lob to Murray, reverse layup is good.
Great back cut there by Jamal Murray, and Jokic at the top of the floor just leads him right to the rim.
That's a play these these Nuggets fans have been seeing year after year after year. Jokic and Murray connecting. McDaniels at the elbow, bangs away with Jamal Murray. Puts up the shot in the paint and rattles it in with Murray all over him. Talk about being handsy. Jamal Murray had both hands like wrapped around Jaden's waist. And Jokic lost it. Gobert knocked it free. Here come the Wolves. Jaden McDaniels with it. Splits 2. Kicks out Bones. Left alone. He'll fire on a triple. Comes up short. Rebound inside Cam Johnson. Feeds up ahead. Spencer Jones. Breakaway to the cup. He'll throw it down with the right hand. Timeout on the floor. 5:49 left to go in the third. Spencer Jones has 11 of his 20 points here in the third quarter. 78-59. The Wolves are down 19 on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Wolves fans, listen up. Pilot Games and your Minnesota Timberwolves just dropped the ultimate fan experience, the ETAB game, Let's Go Wolves. Play it right now at your local bar and chase massive prizes while you soak up every Wolves slam dunk and three-pointer.
What a win this is going to be!
Best part, every play powers local charities, so you're winning for the team and your community. So get out there, play, and show your Wolves pride. Brought to you by Pilot Games. Let's go Wolves.
At Target, we're home court advantage for the hometown sports fans. And with the Timberwolves season in full gear, we're here to help you gear up and make your game day prep a slam dunk. Hear that? That's what you call a buzzer-beating three-pointer for the win. Time to dish up your famous nachos or put a full-court press on some jalapeno poppers. Then serve up some sweet desserts to celebrate the W. However you do game day, we're here for it at Target and Target.com.
All right, time for another scoreboard update. The other two games from earlier this Monday evening across the association, they've both gone final. The Oklahoma City Thunder make it official, a clean 4-game sweep of the Phoenix Suns. Thunder closed the first half on a 27-12 run, carried an 8-point lead into the locker rooms, and really the Suns never threatened over the final 24 minutes. 131-121 is the final score. Thunder, the first team to sweep the first round of the playoffs for 3 straight seasons since the NBA switched to a 7-game series in the first round. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 31, so now the Thunder get probably close to a full week off to await their second round opponent. We'll see how quickly that Lakers-Rockets series wraps up. Meanwhile, in the East, the top-seeded Pistons threatening to fall behind 3-1 in Orlando. Desmond Bane and company made sure they did just that. Bane finishing the game with the dagger late and spoke post-game on their 3-1 advantage in the series.
This is a team that won 60 games. I'm sure they're not blinking an eye, about being able to win 3 games in a row. They did it multiple times throughout the regular season. So we're going to have to come ready to play, and I'm excited for the challenge. Go back up there to Detroit and try to close it out there.
Yeah, Bane had 22 in tonight's victory, a 94-88 result for Orlando. So they've got the 3-1 series lead. Detroit facing elimination in Game 5 in the Motor City. Back to Alan and Jim.
All right, Cal, thank you very much. Nikola Jokic has got his triple-double. 14 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. It's the 23rd postseason triple-double in his career. Only LeBron James and Magic Johnson have more in postseason play. Magic's at 30, LeBron at 28, Nikola Jokic now at 23. But, Jim, if you combine postseason and regular season triple-doubles, Jokic has 221, which is just an absurd number. He's tied for number one all time with Russell Westbrook, who also has 221.
How about that? Jokic, yeah, so it's the second triple-double of the series for Nikola Jokic. He had one in game one. Minnesota's got to find a way to keep scrapping here.
There's lots of time left. There's 5:49 left to go in the third. But the Wolves have struggled to begin the third quarter, getting outscored 18-8. You can tell Jaden McDaniels has the ball because you can hear the boos here at Ball Arena. Ayo Dosunmu with it up top. Swings it to Jaden. Baseline crosses over on Jokic. Gets in the paint. Lost control. It's out of bounds. Turnover number 16. Second of the quarter.
We'll see Kyle Anderson come into the game for Minnesota.
He's going to have to wait till the next whistle, however, as Murray brings it up here. Guarded by McDaniels. Here's Jokic. And Jaden just got called for his third foul.
Or fourth.
Gosh, it is. Is it? It's
yeah,
fourth,
it's his fourth foul.
Jaden's been in foul difficulty 2 straight games. Jokic with it up top. Julius Randle on him. Here comes Murray on the handoff. Ayo's chasing the play. Murray down the lane, floats it up. Wild shot, never did hit the rim. Comes off the window to Naz Reid. Cross court, Naz. Skip pass right in front of Ayo. Back to Naz straight away on the 3. That's an air ball out of bounds. Timberwolves just 3 of 14 shooting in the second half. And 0 for 3 from deep. Julius Randle jumps a high pass for Jokic. Julius has a breakaway slam dunk. And the Wolves finally get some points here in the third quarter. Being outscored 20-10. 78-61. Christian Brown, wing left, guarded by Naz Reid. Brings it up top. Jokic now holds. Jokic, the 3-time MVP. Hand off to Murray, top of the key to the nail. Bounces back to Jokic. Up strong, two-handed flush.
Empty side pick and rolls are always a good idea with Nikola Jokic. They are tried and true in the NBA. You start running those ball screens on the wing, and there's no weak side help. Kyle tried to come over from the low man spot to help out, but Jokic is just too big. He is like a boulder rolling downhill.
Randle with it up top against Cam Johnson. Up fakes, drives to the free throw line. Got stripped from behind by Christian Brown. Turned over. Murray up ahead to Brown. Brown will circle around. He'll wait for some help. Here's Hardaway open on an angle 3. He's going to miss that way long into the right. Rebound, Cam Johnson. Dribbles to the corner. Nobody's on him. He misses the 3.
Naz
Reid's
down.
Inside as Naz Reid is down at midcourt. He is writhing in pain. Could it be another injury for the Timberwolves? After they lose Dante DiVincenzo and Anthony Edwards in Game 4. Naz Reid
didn't look that serious. Tim Hardaway is backing up. Naz Reid is kind of walking back towards the timeline as well. Tim Hardaway steps on his foot and rolls his ankle.
I was wondering why Hardaway was going that way, but the shot had already gone up, and I think he thought that Denver was going to gain control and that he would be in line to push the pace. So completely inadvertent. He wasn't even looking at Naz.
He wasn't looking at Naz. They both kind of had their back. They were both backpedaling, but Tim Hardaway stepped on his, and I assume this is the same ankle that he's been nursing too. So he's got the shoulder injury. The less known injury that he's been suffering from is that ankle injury to his right foot.
So Naz does get a warm hand from some of the crowd here, and he is under his own power, sort of hobbling over to the Timberwolves bench. Well, that's the last thing the Wolves want to see as Naz goes right past the bench and into the tunnel, but that's not the tunnel that goes to the Timberwolves locker room. He's likely just going to try to walk it off. The bike might be up in that area. 80-61, Denver leads by 19.
He is just walking back into no man's land. There is nothing back that way. There's no bike back there.
It's the service area for, that's the way I get up to our broadcast spot, and so I can tell you all about it. I've been back there a lot. The front row patrons get all their drink service from back in there. So if you could talk one of those people into some
he might need a painkiller back there. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying if you ever want some food or beverage, that's the place to go, sort of behind the scenes. So out of the timeout, Jokic is at the free throw line because he got fouled away from the play. But the Wolves are just all out of whack. They gave Julius Randle his 4th foul.
So Jaden has 4. Julius Randle has 4.
(81-61).
With no Naz Reid now, I mean, you really can't even take Julius out of the game. The way the game is right now, Chris Finch doesn't want to effectively foul Julius out here by taking him out of the game and have an avalanche happen big time.
Bones Highland, cross court to Kyle Anderson. On the move, in the lane. On Hardaway, lost the handle, got it back. Now Bones in the corner, right in front of his own bench. Kyle Anderson, a little crossover on Hardaway inside, puts it up off the glass. No, Randle offensive rebound, put back, spun out of the cup. Randle's got the offensive rebound, and a whistle stops play. Loose ball foul against Denver. That'll be their 3rd team foul.
Julius is working here. Kyle misses the shot. Julius collects the offensive rebound, tries to put it back, and that somehow rolls out.
He got hit in the back of the head by Spencer Jones. I think that's what he's so upset about on the first putback attempt.
So now, TJ comes in for Julius Randle.
So he will sit down with the 4 fouls. Anderson in the paint, runs it up with the right hand. Shot no. Rudy battling for the board. Tapped it out of bounds. Jokic the last to touch. Timberwolves have it. 3:33 left to go in the 3rd.
Rudy's only taken 1 shot in this game. He has yet to score. He does have 7 rebounds.
So the Wolves have Gobert at the center spot. They've got Kyle at the 4. TJ Shannon at the 3. Spencer Jones gets a nice hand as he comes to the bench. And they've got Ayo and Bones in the backcourt. Twin turbos. Ayo off the screen. Pops on a 3 and hits it again. Ayo Dosunmu. 3 of 4 from long range. He's got 11 points. 82-64. Illegal screen by Jokic. That picked off TJ Shannon. Jokic somehow has only committed 2 fouls. Good hustle by TJ to draw that contact. I mean, that's the thing. When the chase defender doesn't go hard after that play, you don't get rewarded with that call.
You do not. You just get screened off, and then you're behind the play, and they get an easy hoop.
Here's Shannon. Backs it out. It's going to pop on an angle 3 and drop it in. So TJ Shannon knocks down his first 3 of the night. He hit 1 in game 4. Wolves are within 15 with under 3 to go in the 3rd. Jokic and Murray, 2-man game, right side. Murray now with it in the paint. Ooh, he did a stutter step, went down. Ball's loose. Murray gets it back, loses it along the baseline, scooped up by Ayo Dosunmu. He lost it. Murray's got it, puts it up in the paint. Shot no. Murray the offensive rebound. Takes a dribble, spins, pump fakes, now rises. Got the shot and the foul.
Just kind of how this game has gone for Minnesota.
It sums up the night.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good hustle play by Ayo Dosunmu, and Minnesota had the possession of the basketball. It popped loose, and Jamal Murray tracked it down. He made the extra effort to. He didn't throw it out. He was trying to score that inside hoop.
Free throw coming up for Jamal Murray with 2:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. 84-67. Free throw is good. Murray is 2 for 2 at the line tonight. I thought he had another free throw in the first half. McDaniels has it up top. Reach-in foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be the 4th team foul against the Nuggets. So Murray will come out with 2:28 to go in the quarter. He'll come back to start the 4th when Jokic sits. Bruce Brown is in. Here's Bones Highland off the Gobert screen. Bones trapped. Now to Kyle. Skip pass. TJ Shannon to the free throw line. Pull up jumper. Oh, that rolls in. Front rim off glass and through for TJ Shannon.
TJ had such a strong end of the season for Minnesota. He's kind of trying to pick up where he left off. Not played a lot in this series.
The last 3 games of the regular season, TJ averaged 31 minutes a game and 27 points. Tim Hardaway gets an and one inside. Picked up the foul on TJ Shannon. And he'll go to the free throw line for 1 shot. Timberwolves basketball tonight brought to you in part by Travel South Dakota. If you call yourself an explorer, now's the time to get out there and get lost somewhere you haven't found yet. Plan your next best adventure today at TravelSouthDakota.com. Free throw is good. Wolves are back down by 19 points. TJ Shannon pressured by Hardaway. Off the Gobert screen one way. Now back to his right. He'll pop on the 3. It comes up short. Long rebound to Bones. He'll fire on the 3. That is also short. 3-point shooting was keeping the Wolves in the game in the first half. They've struggled here in the second half. Jokic feeds Brown down the lane. And a 2-handed flush. And a technical foul has been called on Christian Brown.
He has been an annoying irritant. As little as he's contributed in this series, always pointing at Minnesota's bench. The random time he does hit a 3-point shot, and that time got the slam dunk and pointed right at Jaden McDaniels.
I mean, you'd think you'd just keep your head down and just get wins. Compile wins. If you want to do that, do it in Game 7 or on your way to a Game 7 win. Everything Denver's done, and they've had their antics throughout this series, they haven't backed it up. It's a joke when you do that and you look foolish when you then lose the game.
He's pointing at Jaden McDaniels as he's hanging on the rim, too.
Here's McDaniels off the Gobert screen. Pulls up on the jumper and draws a foul on Christian Brown, who's adamant that they should challenge that. Christian Brown averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds in this series. You know, in Denver, there are lots of questions about this Denver team. From roster construction to their coaching staff to the direction they're headed. One of them is Christian Brown's taking a ton of heat from Nuggets fans because he's just about to start a 5-year, $125 million deal.
That extension's going to kick in.
Which is fine if you're going to back that up because they're spending a lot of money on Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. They can't miss on those other guys they do decide to pay a lot, whether it's Aaron Gordon or now Christian Brown. McDaniels misses 2 free throws. The rebound out of bounds. It'll be Wolves basketball. This crowd just feasting off of every missed shot, missed free throw, foul against Jaden McDaniels. Down by 20 with 1:23 left to go in the third. Kyle Anderson, the spin move on Cam Johnson, lays it up and in. Beautifully done by Slow-Mo. 18-point Nuggets lead. Here's Jokic. Gets to the elbow on Rudy Gobert. Kicks out wing left. Here's Cam Johnson. Moves on TJ Shannon. Now steps back on the 3 and drains it. Cam Johnson, 14 points. His second 3 of the night. Bones, awful pass up top. Christian Brown. This time his dunk attempt. He had to lay it up and in. That would have been awesome if he had missed that. 95-72. Nuggets are running away with this. 45 seconds left. Here's Rudy. Dumps it off. Kyle fumbles it. Turned over. Cam Johnson with it. Johnson takes it all the way down the lane. Nobody stops him. He dunks it with the right hand. And we'll see you in Minnesota for Game 6. (97-72). 25-point Denver lead. Kyle Anderson off to Rudy down the lane. He'll dunk it with 2 hands. He got fouled on the arm by Tim Hardaway Jr.
Not a lot of resistance for Cam Johnson in this game. He's been feasting on open shots. He's 7 of 10, 2 of 5 from outside the arc. He's got 16 points. It's been kind of the others in this game that have hurt Minnesota. Between Spencer Jones with his 20 points on 4 or 5 3-point shooting and Cam Johnson, these other guys have come in here and hurt Minnesota.
Denver shot 65% here in the quarter, 4 of 6 from distance, 7 of 8 at the free throw line. They do have 5 turnovers in the quarter, but their red-hot offense has made up for that.
And we're going to see Jalen Clark in the game for Minnesota.
Rudy at the 5, Kyle at the 4, TJ Shannon, Jalen Clark, Ayo Dosunmu, the 5 on the floor.
There's not a lot of scoring on the floor for Minnesota right now.
No.
Potential scoring.
Yeah. 10 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Murray, Jokic pick and roll. Jamal right to the cup and knocked away from behind by Jalen Clark. Kyle Anderson with it. Half-court heave goes off the top of the backboard, straight up into the air, and almost bounced in. Well, it bounced off the floor and then hit the rim. 97-75. Denver in complete control of Game 5. They lead it by 22 points as we make the turn for home. 12 minutes up on the scoreboard. Denver 97, Minnesota 75 on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
All right, and we are joined now with Dr. Judy Bowie, breast surgical oncologist and a deputy director of practice at Mayo Clinic Comprehensive Cancer Center. According to the Minnesota Department of Health, breast cancer is the most common cancer in Minnesotan women. Doctor, what can you tell us about what Mayo Clinic is doing to provide hope for the future?
Sure, Cal. At Mayo Clinic, we have hundreds of clinical trials available for patients with breast cancer. Also, from a surgical standpoint, we offer intraoperative frozen section analysis for breast cancer patients undergoing surgery, and this is unique to Mayo Clinic.
Frozen section analysis. Can you describe what that is and how that helps provide more accurate care for patients?
Of course. Typically, during breast surgery, tissue is removed by the surgeon and then evaluated by the pathologist, and this tissue evaluation can take anywhere between 1 to 7 days after surgery. However, at Mayo Clinic, intraoperative frozen section analysis allows the pathologist to rapidly analyze the tissue during the surgical procedure. If cancer is still present at the margins, the surgeon can remove additional tissue during the same procedure to ensure that all cancerous tissue has been removed during one single procedure.
That's incredible to hear. I imagine this process has numerous benefits.
Yes, and the only way this process can work is with the surgeons and the pathologists working closely together. Doing that, this allows us to reduce the number of surgeries that a patient may require, saving patients both time and money.
That's awesome. Thank you, Dr. Bowie, for your time. And for more information on Dr. Bowie and the incredible work that is being done at Mayo Clinic Comprehensive Cancer Center, visit mayoclinic.org/possible.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S.
In fact, a couple of years ago, we happened to be down by 20 points with 22 minutes left to play. I think it was a Game 7. I think it was the biggest comeback in NBA playoff history. What a night that was. So there's only one 20-point comeback in playoff history for the Wolves, and it came right here on this floor. Now, there's a lot less time left, only 12 minutes left, and the Wolves don't seem to have... Well, they definitely don't have Dante DiVincenzo or Anthony Edwards, and Naz Reid is on the bench, but we have not seen him since he went down early in the third with a sprained ankle.
Yeah, and, in this situation, I don't think you chance putting Naz back out there again unless he tells you he's fine, but he did not look fine coming off the floor. He's already had a nagging ankle injury on that same ankle that he sprained here. So the good news is that he didn't get it jumping up in the air and coming down on somebody's foot. He did it on the ground, kind of having Tim Hardaway step on his foot. So it wasn't a bad sprain, but it was a sprain nonetheless.
Wolves have first possession of the fourth quarter. And guess what? They turn it over. Jamal Murray with a leak out into the paint. Now he's doubled under the basket. He'll put it up anyway, and he got wrapped up by Jaden McDaniels, who rips the ball away from him, doesn't let go. Well, Jaden is one of those guys who, when he is in a jump ball situation, he's the one who wants the ball last. He's not giving it up.
Certainly is. Jalen Clark did a great job of getting back and stopping Jamal Murray in transition. Jaden was trailing and snuffed that thing out from behind, but he loses the jump ball here.
Valanciunas back on the floor. He had 3 fouls in his 5-minute stint in the first half. Tyus Jones also on the floor. Tyus against Kyle Anderson. Spencer Jones tried to feed it inside to Valanciunas. Jumped by Clark, but he lost control. It's out of bounds. It's Denver basketball.
I mean, that's a classic.
Shot clock is at 1, but I have a feeling the officials might.
1.5.
All right. I was concerned they were going to give Jalen possession there. 1.5 to shoot. Tyus will inbound right in front of his own bench. Inbound Murray, turnaround on the 3, off the back iron, no. Julius Randle has the weak side rebound. Timberwolves down by 22 with 11:22 left to play. Io with it at the hash mark far side, opposite the Wolves bench. Wolves offense going in the second half as Kyle Anderson shoves Tyus Jones out of the way. He goes flying, and that's an offensive foul.
Tyus did a good job of trying to get back in front, running alongside Kyle. Got in front of him a little bit, and Kyle just gave him the off arm with the shoulder, the left shoulder, right into the rib cage of Tyus Jones.
Tyus gave David Adelman 7 minutes in the first half. Tyus was a +2 during that stretch with 2 points and a rebound. No, 2 points and an assist, I should say. Off the Valanciunas screen. Valanciunas, free throw line jumper is good.
He's earning some more minutes here in this game, isn't he? He's perfect from the field. He's got 8 points, played well in the first half. At least the last part of his stint, not the beginning.
Randle across the lane, draws contact. They will say he is not in the act of shooting. Second, make that first team foul against Denver.
This has not been a great Jaden McDaniels game. They needed him to be big in this game. 4 of 10 for Jaden. He's been, getting a lot of razzing here, and he's the kind of guy that doesn't want a lot of attention. So I'm not sure how this is sitting with him to be the focal point here for this crowd. As Kyle throws a behind the back pass to a cutting Jalen Clark that hits the stanchion.
22 turnovers now on the Timberwolves. 22 Timberwolves turnovers. They had 23 combined in the last 2 games. 99-75, Wolves down by 24. Valanciunas against Randle. And a foul. Now Jaden is going to get mixed up with Valanciunas. Valanciunas is going to act like a tough guy. Kind of is.
Well, that would be something for Jonas Valanciunas. It's been done before in this league where someone like him would try to start something with a player like Jaden McDaniels.
Yep.
He hooks Jaden that
Someone
time.
who has less to lose than the person they're going against.
Yeah, because they don't need Jonas Valanciunas.
I've had mixed feelings about...
Something's going to happen here because Jaden is going back and forth with Valanciunas.
I would get Jaden off the floor.
I would get Jaden off the floor as well.
Look, I'm not a huge fan of a couple of things he said and done in this series, but it seems the Wolves seem to have thrived on it, and that's fine. But don't push your luck.
This is the kind of environment.
For something bad to happen.
This is the kind of environment that he might do something silly in this moment.
Yep. And Io DeSumo and Jonas Valanciunas each picked up technicals there. Jamal Murray with it up top. He'll pop on a straightaway 3 and hit it. Wave off the shot. Nuggets bench wants the bucket to count, but an offensive foul inside. And I think James Capers is going to split the difference. He's going to say, yeah, we'll get the foul, but we'll give him the bucket. 102-75. Wolves are down by 27 points.
It's the right call. I mean, the shot was up, and Valanciunas pushes Julius Randle in the back and knocks him down.
Jaden fouled inside. He puts up the shot. No. Murray called for it. Free throws coming up for Jaden. 102-75. I would take Jaden McDaniels out unless this game somehow got interesting or close. There's no doubt they've been more physical with him. Christian Brown took a semi-cheap shot at McDaniels. Murray there just shoves him in the hip.
Spencer Jones.
But that's what happens when you do and say the things that Jaden has done.
Sure.
Eventually those kind of things will come back at you on the floor. 2 free throws are good. 25-point Nuggets lead.
Well,
Bruce Brown.
He certainly backed things up in games 3 and 4, right? I mean, because he made his statements after game 2.
Yep.
And he certainly backed it up at Target Center, both of those games.
Denver does turn it over here as Jaden helps force a turnover. Randall crossed the lane, right to the cup, the lay-in good. 102-79. Tyus Jones up into the front court, pressured by Ayo Dosunmu. Ayo with 43 in game 4. He's got 11 here in game 5. And a whistle and a foul against Jalen Clark away from the play. Well, I think one thing you're going to see is in here a lot more whistles in this fourth quarter. The officials probably will not let this get out of hand.
Well, the good news is, too, is that Naz Reid is back on the court. He looks fine.
He's guarding Valanciunas here. Now Murray with it, left angle, guarded by Clark. 5 on the shot clock. Murray turns the corner in the lane. Got Jalen on his hip, falls away, and a tough 2 at the elbow. Shot no. Rebound, out of bounds. It's off of Naz Reid.
How did that not go off of Valanciunas? Looked like he hit it last, but
14 on the shot clock for Denver. Inbound, Bruce Brown, open on the 3. Pops, it comes up short. Naz Reid with the rebound. Nice hit ahead of Jaden McDaniels, who steps through to the cup and jams it through with the right hand. McDaniels up to 13. Wolves are down still by 21 points. 9 minutes left to play. Tyus off to Bruce Brown. Valanciunas holds to a cutting Brown to the cup and a two-handed flush. Wolves were so worried about Jamal Murray that Bruce Brown just slipped it. Got an easy dunk inside. Randall made a business decision. Ayo got undercut there. Got the shot to fall, and he did get the whistle. Tyler Ford will send him to the free throw line for an and 1. Timberwolves basketball tonight brought to you in part by Wings Credit Union. Put Wings Credit Union in your starting lineup to help meet your financial goals. Wings members enjoy some of Minnesota's best savings and lending rates, convenient digital banking, and access to over 80,000 surcharge-free ATMs. Visit wingscu.com to learn more. Insured by NCUA. Membership required. 80,000 surcharge-free ATMs. That's a lot of surcharge-free ATMs, Jim.
That's what I'm looking for. Nobody likes to pay to get cash out of a cash machine. Naz Reid's bleeding.
It's cut.
So he's cut on his hand.
So you're saying the blood rule is in effect?
The blood rule is in effect right now.
Oftentimes it comes up. There it is. Blood rule. It's one of my favorite things that comes up on the ticker of the play-by-play. So the Wolves have 30 seconds to stem the bleeding. And they apparently do, because Naz is back on the floor. Ayo will have a free throw. Jonas Valanciunas. He is from Lithuania, from Utena, Lithuania. And one of my favorite stats about Jonas Valanciunas is that he played his pro ball in Vilnius in Lithuania. And Vilnius is the town that they say in The Hunt for Red October that Sean Connery's character, Marco Ramius, is from. He's from Vilnius.
It's one of the great movies of all time.
God,
it's so
fantastic.
underrated. It's just so good.
I still have some questions about the storyline in that and how it all lines up. Yeah, I don't know.
I have to go back and watch it. It's been a while since I've seen it. It's one of those great 80s movies.
I guess you need the suspension of disbelief sometimes.
So many players from that country, too. Shunas Marshallonis, Arvydas Sabonis.
National team was tremendous there. Sponsored by the Grateful Dead at one point.
Yeah,
with their jerseys.
Don Nelson Jr., D-O-double-N Don. You didn't know that, did you? Nelly, Don Nelson, the dad, is
I was hearing
D-O-N.
about I love the alliteration of the D-O-double-N. Is that what you said?
Yeah, D-O-double-N Don.
Okay. Oh, and the Don at the end. Okay. You said that so fluently.
That's what we used to say because when I played for Golden State, Don Nelson was our coach, but Donnie was an assistant, and he was the one that was instrumental in getting Shunas Marshallonis from the Russian national team to the United States. He was the first Eastern Bloc player. There was Alexander Volkov, who played for the Atlanta Hawks earlier, but Shunas was the real first big name to come and play.
Valanciunas split a pair. Randall in the paint. To the corner and Ayo. Up fakes the 3. Drives the baseline. Kick out to McDaniels. Jaden Drops it back. Io's open in the corner. Great feed. Io had a good look. Just missed the shot. Valanciunas the rebound. Muscles away the rebound from Clark and Randall, and a foul is called.
They could have called a jump ball. I mean, multiple. Julius Randle and Jalen Clark both had the basketball. Valanciunas did muscle it away from them, and they did foul him at the end, but they had the basketball.
I would agree. Eight minutes left to go here. Denver brings it up left to right. A whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Jaden McDaniels, so that'll be his fifth.
He might be taken out of the game one way or the other.
So Randall with 5, McDaniels with 5. Valanciunas is such in angry mode that he ripped the ball away as Tyler Ford tried to grab it from him. He didn't realize it was an official.
Right.
So then he was like, oh, I'm sorry. He handed the ball to Tyler Ford.
Bones Highland's getting ready to check in for Minnesota. I'm guessing it's going to be for Jaden.
And Jaden McDaniels will take a seat. So Bruce Brown at the free throw line here with 8 to go in the fourth quarter. Off the back iron, no. Valanciunas keeps the rebound alive, but Naz Reid controls. Outlet to midcourt. Bones has got it. Gets away from Murray. Runs into Tyus Jones. Looking to set up Randall on the right side. Makes the catch over the shoulder. Got bumped by Valanciunas. The shot short. Julius will go to the free throw line for 2 after he catches his breath. I think he took some contact down low.
I would assume he's played 33 minutes in this game. Jamal Murray's played 31, so those two players have played the most minutes in this game.
Randall at the free throw line. Comes up short on the first one. It is a 106-84 game, so it's a 22-point lead.
I'm not sure you go back to Nikola Jokic,
I'm just thinking the same thing. I wouldn't if I was David Adelman. You can always leave the door open for a couple more minutes,
Sure.
but I don't think I would. 1 out of 2 for Randall. Julius has 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Nuggets have responded, down 3 games to 1. Again, in the Jokic era, which is the last 8 years they've been in the postseason. Only Boston has a longer run. Valanciunas spins on Naz Reid, swings it out to Tyus. Up top, Murray tried to move on Bones, but Bones read that well. Now Murray backs him down to the free throw line. Off to Brown, drives in, layup, a wild shot, no, and Naz has another rebound. Reid to Highland. He'll try to push. Jalen Clark, baseline. He'll drive in. Runs into Spencer Jones. Gets his shot blocked. It goes out of bounds. Wolves have it, 18 to shoot. But Denver is 10-6 when facing elimination in the Jokic era. So they've responded more times than not.
Yeah.
Remember, they've only gotten knocked out of the first round in this 8-year playoff run once. And that was without Jamal Murray against Golden State back in 2022. Bones drives the baseline. Got a step on Tyus. Got the lay-in, and James Capers will send him to the free throw line for an and one. And of course, Denver trying to keep their streak going in the Jokic. Speaking of the Jokic era, they're 10-0 in Game 5s.
It's a pretty good number.
They can't get much better.
Yeah. I suppose you could have a few more shots at it, but yeah, the percentage is perfect. And Nikola Jokic, boy, he's been under the microscope here recently, hasn't he? The media has just been ripping his history and legacy apart.
Tyus fouled by Bones just inside of midcourt. 6:57 left. So this should be a timeout. 106-88. It's an 18-point Nuggets lead here in Game 5. Timberwolves still up in the series, 3-1 on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Looking for reliable heating and cooling solutions? At Hoffman Cooling and Heating, we keep your home comfortable all year round. With summer heat right around the corner, now's the perfect time for our $59 AC performance check, ensuring your system is running efficiently when you need it most. Have an emergency? Our expert technicians are on call 24/7, ready to assist Twin Cities residents. Call us today at 612-255-5883 or visit hoffmanheating.net. Hoffman Cooling and Heating. Your comfort is our priority.
Wolves fans, this is playoff basketball. Every move matters, so why leave your fit to chance? And Trade Home Shoes, our in-store real fit experience, helps take the guesswork out of comfort. How? 3D foot scan, personalized fitting, expert advice just for you. With top brands like New Balance, Hoka, On, Birkenstock, Rival, and more, Trade Home Shoes' real fit experience makes all the difference when every game and every step matters. Trade Home Shoes. Enjoy life. Feet first.
What's the difference between banks and a credit union like Wings? One word: ownership. Banks are owned by shareholders, so profits go to shareholders. At Wings, you own it, literally. So profits are reinvested in your financial experience in the form of member-exclusive rates, robust digital services, and locations throughout Minnesota. No one likes switching, but it's time to stop missing out on the benefits of financial ownership. Visit wingcu.com/own it. Insured by NCUA. Membership required.
The trees are back, Wolves fans. Celebrate the return of one of the Timberwolves' most iconic looks with fresh gear.
Court, into the front court, and tracks it down. He's alone at the rim. Look out below. Elevate and detonate.
From the tree-trimmed collar jersey to fresh classic edition apparel and accessories, the Timberwolves team store, a Fanatics experience, has everything you need to rep the trees.
13-7 and Target Center is rocking and rolling.
Shop the new classic edition collection now at shop.timberwolves.
Oh, book your stay now at TICasino.com. Visit the island, Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Rocky, the Nuggets mascot, was that at halftime? He got up on the big tall ladder? Not only the big tall ladder, but there was an extension to the ladder. He was almost at the scoreboard, Jim.
I mean, he was at least 3 stories up in the air.
Yeah.
I couldn't even watch it. So I have a fear of heights, so I cannot even watch that.
I mean, it's like sweaty palms just even watching him up
yeah,
that.
I had to look away.
He's throwing it over his head. He's got his legs kind of locked into the rungs, but still, it feels very sketchy.
It just looks really dangerous.
So he hit one of those, and then during this last time out, he hits he went backwards, right, over the head?
Yes.
Yeah, he makes those in his sleep. Rocky's good. Rocky's good.
Rocky's yucking it up with Grant Hill over there, too. So Grant just punched him in the jaw.
Good.
So they're
I'm a big Grant Hill guy.
They're having a good time.
Oh, that shot. That just knocked his head sideways.
Yeah.
Down goes Rocky. See, sometimes mascots go too far, and then they have to apologize.
Yeah, they're having a good time over there. That's for sure.
Tyus Jones misses the front end of his first 2 free throw attempts. That stat I gave you about Denver being 10-0 in Game 5s, those are games in Denver here at Ball Arena, formerly known as the Pepsi Center. So Reno built in 1999, 21 years as the Pepsi Center, and then Ball Arena took over.
I'm a big Ball Arena fan. I like the product, the ball, like mason jars, those jars. You know?
Yep. They do a great recycling job here, all these things.
Yeah, they come in handy.
I was a bigger fan of the name, the Pepsi Center, though. That had become synonymous, which is what you're hoping for as a sponsorship. Like, it's like Staples Center. I just can't get past
Crypto.com. You're not down with that?
I'm not down with that. The one in Phoenix has changed names so many times, I don't even say the name of the arena anymore. And some of them I just refuse to say.
Well, I mean, it's a lot better than what Sacramento did to Arco. I mean, because it was Arco, and at one time it was Sleep Train, and then it was like whatever that band was that you wore on your wrist. It was, gosh, I got to look that up because it was just an awful name.
Jamal Murray at the free throw line. I have no idea what the name would be, but I do remember it being something else. Jamal Murray's at the free throw line here. Jokic is back on the floor.
Power Balance Pavilion.
What?
It was Power Balance. Those Power Balance wrist things that
Power Balance. Isn't that a bar? Like a protein bar? Chocolate bar? That's a power bar?
The Power Balance band that you used to wear on your wrist.
Okay.
Nice move by Julius Randle, by the way.
With the left hand finishes off glass for 2 from the block. 109-92. Steal off the inbound. Ayo Dosunmu gets an easy bucket. 109-94. Wolves are down by 15 with 5:58 left here. Tyus Jones, Nikola Jokic, Spencer Jones, Christian Brown, Jamal Murray. Jokic against Naz Reid up top. Here's Jamal Murray to the elbow. Pump fake, got Clark in the air. Now he's open for the 15-footer. Missed it. Wolves have the rebound. Ayo up ahead. Here's Bones on the run. Attacking down the lane on Murray. Layup good.
Okay.
And a timeout is called by David Adelman. So the Wolves on a 12-3 run here. 109-96, and it's a 13-point game.
We're talking about power balance wristbands, and all of a sudden,
this is what got it going. This is, our off-topic conversation brought the Wolves into this. Timeout on the floor. The under 3-minute break comes early with 5:38 left to play. 109-96 on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
It's playoff basketball. You got to do a little bit of everything.
The intensity levels are at an all-time high. These are the NBA playoffs. Every team looking to make a run.
This is incredible.
Every player looking to make history.
Give me all you got. Let's go.
So tune in, because this is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what we want.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google continue on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
No matter how you drive it, there's a Ford for you. On the work site or out in the town, F-Series trucks provide power and toughness when you need it most. It's what makes them the best-selling trucks in America for 49 years. When adventure calls, the Bronco family always answers. That's because they're made for the great outdoors. With a flexible interior, the Ford Explorer adapts towards your needs. Visit your local Northland Ford dealers to find the perfect Ford for you. Plus, a great offer to go along with it. Based on 1977 to 2025 CY industry reported total sales.
All right, time for one more scoreboard update. Cal Soderquist here in our NBA Tonight studios. Of course, in the Central Time Zone, as Monday has become Tuesday, that probably tells you that everything else in the association has already gone final from earlier this Monday evening. The Oklahoma City Thunder looking for a clean sweep as they visited the Phoenix Suns in Monday night's Game 4. The Thunder closed the first half on a 27-12 run, had an 8-point lead at the intermission, never looked back from there as they officially capture the 4-0 series victory.
Thunder showing what a reigning champ looks like in a closeout game. Shea has it off the inbound, left corner to the baseline. Shovel feeds it down. Hogan for the run-hand sledgehammer. Shea, the setup, is 7th assist. Thunder up 124-108, carving up the Sun defense.
They cruise to a 131-121 victory, so they'll officially advance to the second round. First team, OKC is first team to sweep the first round of the playoffs for 3 straight seasons since the NBA went to a 7-game series in the opening round. OKC, of course, will await the winner of that LA-Houston matchup. Lakers with the 3-1 lead in that series. The other final from earlier tonight, the Orlando Magic, a 94-88 result at home against the Pistons. So the 8th-seeded Magic have a 3-1 lead in that series. Game 5 in Detroit coming up later this week, on Friday to be exact. Let's get back to Alan and Jim. Wolves maybe making a late push here.
Cal, thank you. Yeah, the Wolves were down by 27 points with 10 minutes left to play. It was 102-75. Wolves have gone at 21-7 over the last 4 minutes and 22 seconds, so they've shaved 14 points off the 27-point deficit. It is now a 13-point game. Before we get back to the exciting conclusion, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification all across the Minnesota Timberwolves radio network. Along with Jim Peterson, I'm Alan Horton from Ball Arena here in Denver, Colorado. Our studio host and executive producer is Cal Soderquist. Our engineer is Jesse Trujillo. Our statistician is Dan Collins. Our studio coordinators, Alex Leibold and Ben Haney. Glad you're along with us on our flagship 100.3 FM, KFAN The Fan, iHeartRadio app, Timberwolves mobile app, SiriusXM satellite radio, and all across the Timberwolves radio network. Well, the over 19,000 here in Ball Arena. Sellout crowd. They sense things going a little sideways here, and they're trying to pump up the hometown Nuggets to try to close it out. 5.5 to play. Nuggets have the ball. Up by 13. Christian Brown, Jamal Murray, Cam Johnson, Spencer Jones, and Nikola Jokic on the floor. They're starting 5. Jokic in the paint, bumped by Naz Reid. Fall away, somehow doesn't drop, but Jokic earns a trip to the free throw line for 2. Wolves have Bones Highland and Ayo Dosunmu in the backcourt with Jalen Clark, Julius Randle, and Naz Reid up front. Jokic free throw is good. Jokic 18 points, 15 assists, 11 rebounds. Second free throw is good, and the lead is back to 15 points. So Bones will bring it up here. Up the left wing side, picked up by Jamal Murray. Now to Ayo against Christian Brown. Quickly moves across the paint. Out to Randall wing left. Julius on the attack, lowers the shoulder on Murray, gets to the cup. Finger roll popped out. Wow, hands of glue. Julius gets the rebound back, put back, good, and a foul. In traffic, Julius Randle doing damage inside.
That's a grown man play right there. He drove it from the left side of the floor with his right hand to the middle of the floor and had the layup attempt, but it rattled in and out. But he somehow, between 3 Denver Nuggets, was able to corral the basketball, put it back up, and get the hoop in the arm.
He had like Lester Hayes like stick him on those hands.
He certainly did.
3-point play is capped off. 111-99. The Wolves are down by 12 with 5:05 to play. Making things interesting, making the hometown fans sweat, and maybe some of the Nuggets as well. Here's Cam Johnson working against Osumu. Spins his way into the paint. He's bottled up 10 feet out. Now top of the key, Jokic against Naz Reid. Jokic out to Cam Johnson. Catch and shoot 3 off front rim. No. Wolves have the rebound. Julius Randle cross court. Here's Naz Reid. Naz quick move. Top of the key in the paint. Runs it up with the right hand. Rattles around. Drops in for 2 more. 111-101. 4.5 to go. Murray picked up by Clark. Full court. Here's Jamal with a right-handed dribble up the right wing side. Gets across the timeline all the way to the 3-point line. Clark making him work. Now Jokic with it against Naz Reid. Holds. Here comes Cam Johnson on the handoff. Johnson, top of the key. Keeps the dribble alive with the right hand. Spins out to Brown. Pass deflected. Does get to Brown. Fires on the 3 and drops it in.
Breaks a 17-5 run that Minnesota was on.
114-101. Here's Randall on the run. Got it poked free by Spencer Jones. Scooped up by Jamal Murray on a breakaway to the cup, and he'll throw it down with the right hand.
Minnesota had him.
3:55 left to go in the game. It's 116-101.
It's a big 3-point shot that Christian Brown knocks down. And then the turnover here by Julius Randle leads to an easy run out by Jamal Murray.
Brown has only taken 10 3-point attempts in 5 games. He's hit 5 of them, so a good percentage, but low volume. 116-101 with 3:55 left. Wolves with a nice burst there to make things interesting. Getting it down to 10. 111-101. But now a 5-0 Denver burst. I love that run in the sense that I just want the Denver players thinking it's not easy against this team. You know, I want them second guessing, like, man, we even without Dante and without Ant, we struggled to beat this team. We were up by 27 and we had to sweat it out down the stretch.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guys Travis and Lucas, who are sitting right behind the Wolves bench. I don't know if they got some TV time tonight, but they each have T-shirts that say they're all bad defenders, and they have Jaden's silhouette in a Grim Reaper type photo.
AI generated.
Yeah, very well done. Nas lost it into the backcourt. Turnover.
Jokic grabs the basketball again, snatches it right away from Jaden McDaniels to get it out of bounds and back inbounds quickly. He's always looking for that quick strike.
So the Nuggets have it here with 3:40 left. Christian Brown, wing left to Murray. Guarded by Jaden McDaniels. Inside they go to Jokic. Quick swing around Nas, who has no hope against Nikola Jokic. Nas battles, but Jokic absolutely has owned him in this series. It hasn't been a ton of volume with it because it's mostly been Gobert and then Randall. But Jokic feels ultra confident when Nas Reid is on him. Gets the lay-in, gets the foul, hits the free throw. 8-0 Denver run.
He doesn't have the size to be able to push him off the spot. He doesn't have the length to impact the shot. So both things are working against Nas.
Here's Randall on the run. He gets fouled, wrapped up by Jokic. 2 free throws coming up for Randall.
Nikola Jokic has spent most of his time. I mean, look at his shot chart. I mean, most of what he's done is in the painted area. He does have 3 3-point attempts, and he hit one of them, the deep one at the end of the half of the second quarter that Rudy Gobert was defending, but he was way outside the arc. Rudy's going to come back into the game for Nas Reed here. But most of the work that Nikola Jokic has done, he's 6 of 9 in the painted area. Also 8 of 10 from the free throw line as well. So he's changed up his strategy. He was jacking up threes every game. He's not doing that here.
No, he really limited his threes last game too. It didn't pay off, but with a Nuggets win. But again, he's cut back on his threes in this game too. 119-103. The Wolves are down by 16. Here is a 3 from Jokic. Way offline. Rebound kicked out, and Jamal Murray's got it. Cam Johnson with it. He'll take a run into paint off to Jokic. Easy bucket inside. Wolves got to it in 10, and they've let go of the rope.
He certainly did.
Under 3 to play. 121-103. Game 6 is coming up on Thursday night. Time TBD. But it'll be an 8 or 8:30 start time.
You know that.
Factor on
Doesn't
that.
matter where we play.
Right.
We're playing at 8:30.
We love 8:30, which means 8:42, which means a possible slide to 8:47. Timeout, Chris Finch, and I think he will empty the bench here with 2:55 left. Well, at least the Wolves, Murray plays 36 minutes. Felt like he's played more than that. 35. Their starters all had to play some big minutes tonight. Spencer Jones got going. 20 points on 7 of 9 shooting. Cam Johnson was effective. I just thought there was a lot more variance to their offense, Denver's offense tonight, than we've seen in this series.
Well, certainly, you mentioned Spencer Jones. I mean, he was part of that variance because he was just knocking down open shots, 7 of 9 in the game. So he's got 20 points on 9 shot attempts. Very good efficiency for Spencer Jones in 34 minutes.
Well,
he's got a 28-point game this year, and he does have some double-digit scoring nights, but not a lot. I mean, he has maybe 14 or 15 double-figure scoring games, but he's been great tonight. His previous playoff high was 6 points.
Right.
And then Cam Johnson, this has been the best game he's played this series as well. He's got 16 points on 11 shot attempts, so 7 of 11 for him.
Well, Denver answered the question tonight about whether they wanted to extend this series, if they had some pride and all of those things. They've answered that call. They're going to head back to Minnesota. The next question will be, is this game for real? Like, is Denver back? Do they have ideas of stealing this series? TJ Shannon, corner 3 on the way is good, right in front of the Wolves bench.
These are important minutes for TJ. I mean, to get some confidence, he's 4-7. He's got 10 points all of a sudden.
Well, also to play strong, like to get your head coach to be like, I want to put him back in for Game 6 and Game 7, maybe more minutes than.
Well, I know that Denver has their starters still on the floor, and just because of the timeout, they'll probably switch here during the next dead ball. But this is reserve time. This is not garbage time. This is reserve time right here for Minnesota.
You've coined it. I brought up the question, you answered it.
Yeah.
I love it. Reserve time. TJ bumped, throws up the shot. Oh, it drops in. So a 3-point play from beyond the arc, and a 3-point play the old-fashioned way for TJ Shannon.
I think that, to make these minutes valuable to the coaches too, it should be when it gets into, when these 20-point games happen and it's a 20-point deficit with 3 or 4 minutes to go in the game, 3 minutes or whatever, those 3 minutes, it should be a reset on the strategy, and now all of a sudden it's another game.
Yeah.
And that's the game I want to play in if I'm a player. If I'm a two-way and I'm trying to statistically build my resume, as Cam Johnson just knocks down another dunk in transition here.
Jokic gets the assist. That's his 16th of the night. New playoff high. Great. Berenger got knocked down inside, and he draws a foul.
By the way, I
love that, though, resetting it, and here's our
game.
strategy, here's the game plan, here's what, let's and they do that all the time in the Stay in Shape League that they have, where you'll make small games out of things. Occasionally you'll do it in practice.
If you're a two-way trying to make in this league, you do not want to be playing in something called garbage time. It's not garbage time. And then also, I just think it's another way to evaluate two-way talent. You're always looking to find those two-way guys, and what better way to be able to sort for reserve time just like you can in crunch time. You know, clutch time is a thing. I mean, you can sort for it, you look for it. It's a category.
Ooh. It's a tab. You want to open up.
I want a reserve time category.
Or it's a filter. Yeah, I like it. Johan Berenger, by the way, just scored his first 2 points of his NBA career in the postseason on 2 free throws. Joe Ingles has it here. Wolves are down by a dozen, 123-111. Joe pick and roll. Berenger in the paint, lost it on Jokic, scooped up by Christian Brown. It's going to go down as the 25th turnover on the night.
Yeah.
1:05 to go. We'll see what kind of, stay with us until the final buzzer. See if there's any kind of antics on a
late play hoop by the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, you know.
Well, David Edelman is not pulling the plug on his starters, which I think is ridiculous.
50 seconds left to play. Yeah, there's no motion to his bench. There's nobody at the scorer's table. TJ, pull up left side. Got it again. TJ Shannon, 15 points in this game. 43 seconds left to play. Yeah, I would have these guys all over Denver. Make them work. Jokic going to dribble up in the front court.
They're going to say how classy the Nuggets are by dribbling
so
this
classy.
clock out. They're so classy. I mean, meanwhile...
Jokic just... Now that's a new one for Nikola Jokic. He tried to give the ball to Berenger, which would have been a change of possession, and then take the ball right back, and he would have been able to burn out the rest of the clock.
There goes the class.
He was kind of joking about it.
And now it's going to be a jump ball. He pulled him into the web. He just was laughing about it.
Well, there's 0.2 on the shot clock, so Johan doesn't even have to jump. Jokic will just let him win the tip. Here's TJ on the attack, drives into the layup and missed it. Jokic has got the rebound. They do have to get it across the timeline. Johan, make him work. Joe Ingles, now it comes out to Julian Strother. So 3 seconds left to play. And Strother will let the horn sound, and that'll do it for Game 5. The Nuggets respond, and they respond in a big way. They come away with a 125-113 victory over the Timberwolves to make it a 3-2 series advantage for Minnesota. Jokic was dominant tonight, his 23rd career playoff triple-double. 27 points, 16 assists, and 12 rebounds. Timberwolves went down by as many as 27. They lose it by a final of 125-113. Stay tuned. The postgame gets underway next all across the Minnesota Timberwolves radio network.
As a business owner, you understand the importance of protecting your reputation, workplace, employees, and financial assets. Our team is ready to help yours by creating a custom lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management service to help you stay at the top of your game. Contact your local Federated representative for more information today. Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Rated A+ Superior by AM Best Company.
Howell Timberwolves fans, McDonald's and the Wolves are teaming up to bring you the tastiest season ever. When the Wolves hit 11 threes, you score